Sorry. It's only 60 seconds late. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, Nicole, I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy because I need my tripod every day to take progress photos for 75 hard. But sometimes I take it with me out on my walks and I didn't know what I did with it, Lord Jesus. I didn't know what I did with it. Hello guys. Impromptu Friday live, which I need to stop doing, but I refuse. I just took my first everything shower. What is a everything shower? Meaning like you could wash around your scars and stuff. Is that what that meant? Hello, reindeer. How y'all doing? Mm. Y'all, I don't know how long this stream is gonna be. In fact, it might be one of the ones that I have to like clip up. Oh, and I did do this on vertical on purpose. Not only to get on y'all's nerves a little bit, but because I wanted the reach to go a little bit further, and I want to be able to get the vertical clips for Instagram. So, unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to suffer through the vertical. Oh, everything. Okay. All right, Jen. Good morning. Good afternoon, Journey, but good morning where you are. Hello, hello. Y'all don't have to worry about me fussing today because I'm in a good mood. Journey said I sounded angry or upset in my last live, and I'm like, don't I always? Yeah, I be aggravated as hell. I'm an easily aggravated person, but not Jenitha. Jen, you can't see it, but Journey is calling you Jenitha in the chat. That is your name now. I don't make the rules over here. Okay. Hey Teddy, Teddy, I was just thinking about you. Teddy, Teddy, I was thinking about the live chat of the last stream when you was like you we lifting up each other's bellies. Let's just go get a snack. I was thinking about that like just a few minutes before I came on the stream. The most privileged always got an attitude. Maybe we can talk about privilege, y'all. We I don't know if we're gonna be on a high horse. I don't know if we're gonna be in the pits. I don't know what we're gonna be doing moving forward, but I gotta put my energy somewhere. Like I like Instagram has a hold of me and it won't turn me loose. And I gotta put my energy somewhere. I seemed cranky. I was a little annoyed, but it wasn't at you guys. It wasn't at you guys. I'm speaking through you guys into the ether. Like I'm gonna be doing today. I had a little bit of a I had a little bit of a I was questioning my title, but then I realized I don't give a fuck. I was gonna ask you guys to suggest a new title, but I'm like, man, I don't really care that much because that's what we're gonna talk about. Hey Shani, how you doing, beautiful? It's that 75 hard. No, 75 hard. Me working out outside today is actually what motivated this live stream and a little bit of being triggered on Instagram. I think I need some therapeutic skinny talk compilations. I have been on a skinny talk hiatus, but I was listening to some of Athena's channel before I came on here, and I might come back later because I don't know if I want to do it tomorrow, but I might come back later depending on if I take my hair out or not. And we might just binge watch some skinny talk and be toxic. We might. Who out there buying the diarrhea lettuce to get to go away? I've been waiting all my life for everybody to just be on the same page about don't eat lettuce. So it kind of feels like I'm at a kickback right now. It kind of feels like we're at a kickback, and I'm happy about it. I'm welcome to the kickback. Welcome to the no lettuce kickback. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I came off a little cranky. I was, but it wasn't at you guys. I feel like I'm looking for a fight that I can't find because people on Instagram are pissing me off. So you guys kind of get the smoke. I'm sorry. But I'm in a good mood today. Out of nowhere. Well, it wasn't really out of nowhere. So main character energy. We're gonna talk about me first, and then we will get into the topic. But um, considering that I've been a little moody lately, well, a little irritable lately. Y'all know I'm irritable because I want my mocha chokers or whatever. Today I've actually ended up in a good mood this morning, and I think it was because I did my outside stretching. Now, yes, it is relaxing and it looks great in photos, but y'all, I don't be wanting to do it. I don't want to, and I have to because of 75 hard. So I didn't feel like getting up this morning. It's my day off. I didn't feel like getting up to go outside and do my outdoor workout, but I had to. I had to. And if I didn't get it done early, it was gonna wreck the rest of my day. So I had to weigh sleeping in, like getting extra sleep now, and then having to worry about coming outside later or getting two workouts done later, or just bite the bullet and get the workout done now so that I can pace myself throughout the rest of the day. So in order to make sure I have a decent day, I had to get up and get the workout done. No, it's not the shirt. I put the shirt on because I'm in a good mood. It didn't put me in a good mood. I was like, I'm wearing Tweety today because I'm in a good mood. Um, but okay, so I was working out earlier outside. I was tired. I was kind of like slugging my way through it. And then, hey, Freddie, I realized that I wasn't paying attention to my stretches. Like the stream if you haven't already. And I'm like, what is the point of me doing this workout if I'm not going to pay attention to what I'm doing? Like, if I'm going to lazily make my way through this workout, there's like, what is the point of me doing it? So I decided to just take a moment, sit down, and just sit in silence for a moment. Typically, I'm listening to like a podcast or something while I'm working out, but the last episode that I was listening to had ended. So it was silent for a moment. And then that's when it dawned on me that I wasn't paying attention to my workout. So, you know, I'm in the mountains and this is my view when I'm working out, but I'm below this deck. I just decided to sit back and take in the view for a minute. Breathe, sit in silence. What do they call it? Practicing mindfulness. I just took a minute to be aware. Uh shut up, Nicole. Maybe I like being cranky. Y'all be getting on my nerves. No, no, y'all started it the other day. So don't leave me alone, Nicole, before I get triggered. But um I just needed a minute. Like I had to just take a breath, take pause for a second and just sit and take in the view, take in the air. I did some breathing and I'm like, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Sorry, y'all distracted me. Reindeer. Which one of you hooligans hyped up that HR meeting? Cause why y'all do that? I looked at the message from the dictator live stream. Somebody hyped that live stream. Y'all, I hate you. I hate all of you. That was not for the masses of YouTube. That was for y'all. That was for y'all. I'm like, which one of you hooligans? And it was funny. I'm glad you hyped it, whoever did it. But it was just funny. I'm like, I'm over here trying to give y'all a talking to, and somebody goes and hypes the live stream. I can't with y'all. I just can't. But yeah, 0 to 100. That's the New York. That's the New York. It's called in a New York minute. Yes, very very much so. I can go from here to here very quickly. But so anyway, I decided to just sit back, relax, and chill for a minute. And then I went through the rest of my workout, just trying to be aware of the moment, and it was nice. Y'all gonna see me constantly looking back because it's all woods. A bear could walk up on me right now. This is what's on the side of me. Okay. That's where those bears came from. This is the side of the house. They came from up there and walked to the front of the house. Like that's where they came from. So you might constantly see me looking. Even though there's a little fence, I don't trust that that fence can protect me. HM hyped it. Oh my gosh. Hi Kimmy. Hi Kim. How you doing? I gotta be careful because we have a Kimmy and we have a Kim. So hey Kim girl. So so I feel good today. I took a moment to be aware of the moment. And so I'm feeling pretty good. But just because I'm feeling good doesn't mean I'm not gonna come on here and talk shit, you know? Just because I feel good don't mean I'm not gonna come on here and talk shit. And you know what? I don't even think it's that I'm talking shit. Well, I'll let you guys decide by the end of it. I will let you guys decide by the end of it. Am I talking shit or am I just telling the girls what they need to hear? And part of this stream is inspired by Shawnee. Shawnee, beautiful, our beautiful Shawnee saying that her friends don't listen. They doing stuff that don't work. So friends of Shawnee, we hurt you. Oh, did I just throw her under the bus? I'm sorry, but we hurt you. We hurt you all. Share this with your loved ones because whatever you won't tell them, I will. This is a therapy session. Um, I'm looking for my notes. Give me a second. I emailed them to myself. It's hot. I might have to move. Are you okay, Layla? You looking at the door like you want to go back inside. Hold on. Let me let her in. Come on, girl. Come on. You want to go back inside? You might be hot. All right. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Y'all, I'm not too toxic for y'all to share my channel, am I? That couldn't possibly be true. Um, so when I was struggling to get up and work out this morning, this is an intervention. It can be if it's whatever y'all want it to be. But hold my phone don't overheat. So when I was struggling to get up this morning, it made me realize that I'm gonna have to find a different why when it comes to me getting up and working out outside in the morning because if my why is just 75 hard, I'm gonna be irritated. And I'm gonna find excuses not to do it until I have to do it at the last minute and it ruins my day. So I thought about a few whys as far as making sure I get my morning stretch in, and I'm just gonna share that with y'all before we actually get into the topic. Um, so I am desperate for hip relief, like extremely desperate. I think I'm suffering from a decade of working in IT. Before that, I used to work on my feet. I think I'm suffering from a decade of working in IT and my hips are tight, they're locked. Um my hamstrings my lower half of my body is just so tight. And I've been working on it for a while now. Not consistently. I just got consistent with the first attempt of 75 hard and stretching daily. And then maybe we can do a members only stream about how having tight muscles is affecting me in more more intimate ways. But it's frustrating. I'm at a point in my journey where I want my fitness to mean something. Like I want to do more than just show up for a workout. I want it to be a good workout. I want it to be an enjoyable workout. I want to have the flexibility and mobility of a goddamn toddler. Like I do. I just do. It's one of those things that I yearn for and I just don't have it. So that's gonna be my why. Like I have to get up every day and do these exercises if I want to be able to unlock my hips and increase my mobility and flexibility and also get some relief from hip pain. And y'all, I thought about something today. I feel I'm in this place, right? Like don't mistake. Oh, thank you, Miss Candace. Thank you so much. Don't mistake my occasional grumpiness for my overall mood and feelings. I'm actually my life is actually pretty good right now. And for the most part, I'm in a good mood. Like most days I'm in a good mood. But it dawned on me today that I might have to actually put effort into being in a good mood instead of just winging it day to day. And then it's like, oh, maybe today I'm in a good mood. Maybe this next day I tripped and fell into a good mood. And like, no, 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 no. I need to be putting in effort to be in a good mood. So, what do you guys think about like your mood? Like, do you guys do anything regularly to uplift your spirits or to be in a good mood? Because I'm at a point where I think it's a necessity. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind having an attitude here and there, but essentially, like for the most part, I want to be I would like to be in a good mood on a regular basis. Hello, Azim. Hello, hello. Maybe hot yoga would help. So I have a hot yoga studio, but I don't go regularly, and that's something I wanted to do differently this time on 75 hard. But it's so difficult with my work schedule during the week. So I'm kind of like, I get caught up in this all or nothing attitude where it's like, if I can't go 5 days a week, then I don't want to go. And it's like, no, maybe I should just focus on going the 3 days that I'm off, and that will help. So I agree, Jen. I have to be, if I can't get it done every day, then I need to be at least consistent with the days that I can get to the hot yoga studio. So yeah, when I'm home in South Carolina, it's about 45 minutes away. Here it's about 30 minutes away. So it's typically far from where I'm at. But yeah, I typically save my gym days for the weekends anyway. So I probably just need to suck it up and be more consistent with that on the weekends, because the heat definitely helps. But I have to undo a decade, which is gonna take years to undo, and I'm fine with that. I just needed to be very clear on why I'm doing this in the first place. There's some other details that we can share on members only, if I don't forget. Um, so about the whole being in a good mood thing, y'all, I was doing some mobility today, and sometimes a part of mobility for the hips is like rocking and shaking, and it's like, it's not just stretching. Some of it is rocking. And I was like rocking my hips today, and I'm like, damn, I'm not good at this. I was like, damn, how do belly dancers do this? How do the belly dancers do this? So, y'all, I decided I want to learn how to belly dance. I looked it up, and it's a wonderful workout or wonderful exercise for hip mobility and pelvic floor strength, whatever the hell that means. Like, you have to have the hip mobility to do the rocking and the circles and all of that. I'm like, I want that. That's the goal. I want to be belly dancer mobile. I want to be belly dancer mobile. It's a skill. Yes, and that's what I'm saying, reindeer. Like, I want to learn. I'm gonna learn. Kim says I pray, listen to praise and worship music, listen to other music I enjoy, etc. Help me uh encourage a generally positive mood. Okay, maybe I should stop listening to so much true crime. Guys, I like true crime. Like, I really do. It's fascinating. I like to watch like police interrogations and body cam footage and stuff like that. Hello, JG. Hello, Azim. But yeah, so I was doing some rocking, and I'm like, man, like, this is not, I mean, I'm better off than where I was maybe 2, 3 months ago. But I have to go like, I have to have a specific thing that's gonna get me up and going. And I think I'm gonna get into some belly dancing. Reindeer says I'm so uncoordinated. I have no rhythm. Oh, I can't dance worth a damn. My black card has been attempted to be revoked on several occasions, and y'all can't have it. Oh well, I can't dance. I have no rhythm. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys. You guys are gonna come with me on a year-long journey learning how to belly dance. So we're gonna go from V ain't got no rhythm to V can bust a move. V ain't got no rhythm, from V ain't got no rhythm to V can bust a move. Okay. All right. See you later, Journey. And Journey says she's gonna teach me. Okay, Journey. Because I mean, if I can find a class, I'll find a class. If I have to do YouTube videos, I'll do YouTube videos. But I want to learn how to belly dance. One, for fun. I think rocking the hips is an understated mood enhancer, like twerking. Like, I didn't bring up twerking for no reason. I was watching a clip on Instagram of like a glute boot camp or something like that, a glute building class. I don't know what it was, but it was like over 100 people, and they were doing squats, and then they were twerking, and it was a lot of, and I'm like, okay, that's all well and great to do squats and twerk, but like, where are the weights? Because y'all know I'm working hard on my butt. So I'm like, where are the weights? Like, I'm no fun. I'm like, where are the weights? So they commented and like, no, the twerking is just a twerk line at the end of the class. All levels are welcome. Because I was like, I'll catch up with y'all when I get a butt. Because I can't. So they were trying to encourage me to come, but I'm like, I'm still working on building my butt. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, but it looks so much fun. Like, I don't think we dance enough. I know I don't dance at all because I can't dance. And I'm such a perfectionist. If I don't know how to do it, I don't want to do it at all. Right, Kim, I agree. I agree. Yeah, reindeer. I like the true crime. I like, and when I say true crime, I don't mean like the Hollywood ones, like the TV shows. Those are cool too, but I like the real life interrogations. Yeah. Um so I've been getting the dance bug lately. Like I've been in a mood to dance. I just don't. Probably because I feel silly because I know I ain't got no rhythm and all of that. Hello, hello, DJ. But we gonna get rid of all that stupid shit, and I'm gonna start learning the technique of belly dancing to help with my hips since I got to rock and sway anyway. Hmm. And this is unrelated, but I'm gonna just bring it up since we're talking about it. I decided like months ago that when I feel like my weight is low enough and I'm strong enough, like I have the core strength for this. This is probably gonna take a few years, but we'll see. Um, I told you guys that I want to be a personal trainer. That's why I'm trying to get into the best shape of my life. But y'all, I want to learn pole dancing. I do. I don't know why I want to do all this exotic. I mean, it shouldn't be exotic. It shouldn't. Like pole dancing is a form of exercise. I don't want to do it as a profession, but I want to learn. I want to have the core strength of a pole dancer and the hip mobility of a belly dancer. Am I being unreasonable here? I would like to have the rhythm and coordination of a professional twerker. I don't know. I don't know. It's not just as simple as like, oh, I want to learn how to dance. Hey, Shonda girl, you finally caught us. It's not that simple. Like dance is arbitrary. Anything can be considered dancing. A two-step is a dance, right? Like there's plenty of dances. A fucking Cotton Eye Joe, a square dance is dancing. It's not that. I want to learn how to pole dance because I want to prove that I got the core strength for it, which I don't have right now. And I want to learn how to belly dance because I want to prove that I have the hip mobility for it, which I don't have right now. Or not prove, but I want to achieve the hip mobility. So I'm going to belly dance my way into hip mobility. I did find a place that offers assisted stretching in back home. So I'm gonna be trying that out next week. The sessions are expensive, but I could use a little guidance. I just need somebody to point me in the right direction with how to progress with my flexibility. So it's a little expensive, but I don't think I will do it regularly. Probably a couple of times a month. Go in for some maintenance so they can help me make sure I'm progressing with my flexibility. So yeah, that's my plan. And I just feel like I should be dancing daily to like make sure I'm maintaining a good mood. Be nice to people if you're not. I'm 51 and a minister. I secretly want to learn how to twerk. Pray for me, but this is my truth. Like, okay, Shawnee, let me show you the video because now you done did it. You done did it, Shawnee. You done did it, bruh. You done did it. Let me show you the video I was looking at. The girls had me feeling some type of way. Like, they like, when you come in a when you coming with us, when you coming with us, and I'm like, I don't have no butt for that. I don't have no rhythm for that. Let me show y'all. I'm sorry for the language, Shani and Shonda. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But twerking is not a sport for the twerking music is not for the ears of the sensitive. Okay, it may not even be for the ears of the holy. Amen. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance. But like they were doing a lot of squatting, and I'm like, that's great, but like I want to build a butt. Is this to build a butt? Like what are we just having fun? So anyway, so they kind of cleared it up for me, in the comments. But I'm like, it looks like they're having fun. It looks like they're having so much fun, and I'm like, but I can't do that. My hips can't do that, and like I'm gonna pull some trying to do that, and I'm only 30. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. I cannot be 30 and I can't even. Never mind. Let's save that. Let's save that for members. Let's save it for members only. But that was what I saw, and I'm like, oh, it looked like they having fun, and it it came at the right time because I'm like, man, I don't dance. Like I should dance. I should dance. I'm not good at it. I'm not. It's unfortunate. It really is because I grew up with nieces that had rhythm. I grew up with nieces that could dance, sisters that could dance, and I can't. I cannot. No, I can't do it. I am not artistically inclined in that way, but I would like to learn, okay? And I'm of the twerking generation. I'm 30, so like there is no like, oh, you're too old for that. My dad is turning 70 this year and he in Thailand getting tattoos. If it ain't never too late for tattoos, it ain't never too late to twerk. To learn how to twerk. It's never too late. Like I don't care. And like oh my God, people be just so full of themselves. And that's really what this stream is gonna be about. Shout out to Shawnee and the gang. Okay. All you need is confidence. No, you need rhythm too. Let me tell you why, Candace. Let me tell you why. Ain't nothing more confident when it come to dancing without rhythm. Bear with me, y'all. Is a white woman. I love you, Nicole. Now, Nicole probably could dance, but Nicole is our resident white chick. Amen. Okay. And listen. When I was 20, like I didn't grow up with any white people in my neighborhood, so I didn't get around white people until I moved to North Carolina when I was 20. And when I turned 21 and I would go out to the bars, I was with my tribe. I was with my tribe because they can't dance, I can't dance. We are rhythmless and we are feeling the beat. Okay? We are rhythmless and we are feeling the beat. There is nothing more lit. Okay, well, I mean, it's not that there's nothing more lit. There's just certain levels to this lituation, okay? Yes, throwing that ass in a circle, okay, right? Yes. But then there's like when you don't know what to do, so you just do anything, and then the people around you are just doing anything too. And it's not just the white. I should have said white people. I'm sorry. I should have said white people. It's not just the women, the fellas. Y'all ain't got no rhythm either. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Them my people when it's time to party because we all here with it. We all here with it. Yeah. There- yeah, we're here. So I it's like I have a good time. I have a good time when it's time to dance with some white folks. But don't put but it depends on the type of dancing, right? Because you put on Cotton Eye Joe and they going boogie oogie oogie. Okay, I love me some Cotton Eye Joe, and I secretly want to learn how to square dance. Like I secretly, just like I want to learn how to twerk, I secretly want to learn how to square dance. So I should have specified what kind of white people I'm talking about. But anyway, that's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is you can be confident with no rhythm. I love, and the reason I said white women originally was because when I went out a few months ago, remember I wasn't feeling good, but I had to get out and I went to the open mic poetry thing. It was the Soldier Boy versus Sierra. Oh my God. I should be in there. I should be in there cranking that Soldier Boy and 1-2 stepping, but I sat my ass right there. Them white girls got up and they was hitting the 1-2 step. They wasn't hitting the beat, but they was doing the damn thing. They was millennials. They was doing the damn thing and they was confident and they was lit. Okay? They was confident and they was lit. So yeah, you could be confident, but I want to be confident and talented. Let me stop. So there's a group of y'all that can't dance. I can't dance for shit. I can't. My ex-husband is Cuban and I used to try to salsa and bachata with him. And he called me stiff. Like he's one of those overly honest people. He's one of those overly, so he's not about to lie to me. Like he's not about to lie and be like, yeah, you got it. You got it, babe. Like, no. It was like, you're stiff. Like, why are you so stiff? Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I can do a good stanky leg. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. I have rhythm, so I can do it. Let me start practicing. You're not born with rhythm. Jen, listen, okay. I don't know, Jen. I'm biased. I'm biased because I feel like black people are born with rhythm. I do. I do. I do. That doesn't mean all white people can't dance, and that doesn't mean all black people can dance. But there's a pattern here. Like I'm talking about on average. On average, if you take a black person that grew up listening to black music and grew up around black people, and you put them with a white person that grew up listening to white, I don't, okay, whatever, that grew up listening to whatever white people listen to, probably the same shit we listen to, but I don't know. But anyway, and you put them together, it's gonna be different on average, not completely, not all the time, but on average, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. But unless you pick me, if you pick me, then me and her, we gonna be here. We gonna be here. That's my sister. I got her and she got me. I got her and she got me. Okay, so I'm just saying, I'm just saying. On average, there's a dance genetic. There, not genetic gene. There's a dance gene. There's a rhythm gene, Jen. I know Jen is in denial. Jen is in denial, but there's a dance gene. Whatever white people listen to, I don't know. They listen to the same shit we listen to. But I don't know. But listen, Nicole. Listen, I'm trying my best to just say that. Listen, okay. I I can get down with some white folks when it come to dancing, but put me in a room full of black people, they gonna be looking at me like, did you just start practicing at 30? And the answer is going to be yes, because I didn't dance as a kid. I was not the dancing kid. I wasn't. I didn't dance as a kid. So maybe Jen's right. Maybe you're not born with it. Maybe the other kids just practice a lot and I just didn't practice. I don't fucking know. But Jen don't believe in stereotypes. Jen don't believe in black people having rhythm, big butts, and knowing how to cook. Jen don't believe in stereotypes. Listen, I'm ignorant. I will stereotype you to death. Okay, it's all with love. It's all with love, though. It's all with love. I mean it from a place of love. And if anybody ever wants to correct me, feel free to. But I'm a stereotype you to death. We are encouraged to dance as a kid. Yeah, I wasn't encouraged. Like, and even when I no, that's not true, because I did. I the people around me danced, but I just couldn't get the beat. I just couldn't get it. Like, I take that back when I say I don't have rhythm. I don't have coordination. Like, I have rhythm, right? I can you ever hear somebody like snap or tap to a song and they can hit the beat, but then there's some people, they sing off beat. Like they rap off beat. Or if they're tapping, they or clapping, they clap off beat. So don't like that irritates my soul because I can catch a beat, but I don't have the coordination for it. Like I want like once we gotta include body movements, you lost me after a head bop. Like I can bop my head to a beat, but once I gotta coordinate my top half and my bottom half, you've lost me. Did you ever skip rope? I did. I did jump double dutch. So again, I have rhythm. I do have rhythm, but coordination, like skipping rope, you know what it probably is, Holly? I probably would learn how to dance through counting. You know how professional dancers count when they're doing choreography? That would probably be the best way for me to learn how to dance. Because I understand timing. I understand counting. So like I could do double dutch, or a single. I could do jump rope. I could do jump rope. So yeah, it's the timing that I'm good at. I'm good at timing, but I'm not good at I don't know. The best I can say is coordination. Doing a tootsie roll. My hips can't even do a tootsie roll right now. So my sister's generation was heel toe, uh, butterfly. Is that what that one is? Or no, is that tootsie? I think a butterfly is like a play on a tootsie roll. I think maybe. Um, I'm trying to think how my sisters would dance, or how my sister and my older nieces would dance. Um, There was a little bit of what we now call twerking, but it was twerking, but it was different. It was like 90s. It was like 90s booty shaking. Think video vixen. Lean with it, rock with it would be more. Yeah, yeah. Lean with it, rock with it would be early 2000s. So that's more like, are we giving that to the 80s babies or the 90s babies? I think Harlem Shake would be me. I think that would be the 90s. Like, well, no, that was in the 2000s, but like the 2000s was such a time. Like, so between like 2000 and 2010, there's an overlap because 90s and 80s babies are millennials. So our music overlaps where like I like a lot of 90s music because my sister was born in the 80s and I grew up around her. But as I'm growing up, I'm born in 96. So as I'm growing up in the early 2000s, there's like a little bit of a transition into some of the younger artists and the newer dances, and that would be like your neighborhood dances like Harlem Shake, and then like your Soldier Boy. Like Soldier Boy changed the game for my generation of dancing. So lean back, Harlem Shake, lean with it, rock with it. I would say all of those. I would say all of those rappers were older than me. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to the 80s baby. Or you giving it to the 90s babies? Okay. Y'all took a lot of our songs. I'm born in 96. Ain't no y'all. I'm talking about the people born in the 80s were making the music in the early 2000s. So like your Yin Yang twins, right? They were the ones, they what, 80s babies? Gotta be. Or 70s babies? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, the point is I could never get none of the dance trends. Like I ain't never Harlem shaking did none of that. Born in 57. What were y'all dancing to, Holly? What were you dancing to in the 70s? Was it disco? Was it disco? Was it that? Were you doing that, Holly? Were you doing that? So anyway, I who the hell is Chuck Berry? Never mind, Holly. I am my cousin likes to call me uncultured swine. Very limited in my cultural scope. I don't have a lot of flavor. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of variety in my music choices or understanding. Um the electric slide. Yeah, I know the moves. That don't mean I'm gonna look good doing it. See, like I want to be confident because I want to look good at what I'm doing. Like I want to be able to do a fire electric slide or cha cha slide or a cupid shuffle. Yeah, Pat, you was doing it. You was discoing too. You was hitting this. You was hitting that. You was hitting this, Pat. What y'all was hitting? Do the hustle. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Like this. Hey Taya, how you doing? Uh, Holly, I know a little something, a little bit, okay, a little bit. Uh, Tanya says, I would like to know what would you tell yourself in the beginning of your weight loss journey, that you've learned now to help you in the beginning of your journey. Remind me like as I eventually get into the topic, Tanya, because that's actually a good question. Now I want to know like some of the dances y'all was doing. Um, any of y'all was break dancing? Where's Sunshine? I know Sunshine was breakdancing. Where's Teddy? Somebody was in here breakdancing. Somebody was doing something. Tanya, what was your generation's dance? And when I say dance, I'm talking about like maybe your teenage years into your 20s, maybe. Can you do the Macarena? I can't. I can never remember the moves, but I can learn it real quick, like the Cotton Eye Joe. I can learn it on the spot if you show me real quick. If you show me real quick, I can learn it. I read it, didn't I? I was breakdancing. Shawnee was breakdancing. The bump. Shawnee, I mean Tanya, the bump. Tanya, was you born in are you a 50s baby? It must be an Aries thing. I have no coordination now that I'm older. I just groove slowly. I got that for you. That's all I got. All I got is this. I got you a 90s bop. I got you a I got you a 90s bop. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. The rock, the bump, kid and play. Oh, okay. Tanya was 65. Okay. Okay. All right. I actually don't know what the bump is. Is it with the hip? Is that the one with the hips? Where you just you kind of like go around hitting the hips? I don't know. The running man. What the fuck is Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit. I don't know that one. I know the running man. I don't know Roger Rabbit. What is that? I don't know. I don't know. Point is, there's lots of dances. I'm choosing belly and pole. There's lots of dances. I'm choosing belly and pole, okay? The hips bumping together. Okay. The naughty dance I was forbidden to do was the bird. What the hell is the bird? That's not this one, is it? What's that one? What's that one? What's that one? What is the bird? While standing side by side. Okay, that's innocent enough. That's the bump is innocent. Okay. Okay, I think I've seen people like kind of go in a circle and bump though too. In my era, we hand dance. I don't know what that is. We ain't got no square dancers in here. I don't think I know what half of y'all were talking about. So Nicole, what dances were you doing? Or were you busy beating people up, Nicole? Put your hands behind your butt. Oh. Is it the one where you put your hands behind your butt and you're like rocking? Y'all were so like, is that it, Holly? I know a little something. I'm a movie buff. Okay, so like I know a little bit because I watch a lot of movies. Oh, that one. Y'all thought y'all was doing so much. Holly, the 50s babies, the 50s babies and their dances, they thought they were being so prerogative. Not prerogative, I'm sorry, that's the wrong word. Um provocative. They thought they were being so provocative. We were just getting low. I can't get low, Nicole. I can't. I don't have mega knees. Popping and locking. That's basically breakdancing. That's basically break dancing. Y'all have to see the bird. Let me show y'all because I saw that in a movie once and I was like, they swear they getting down. Let me show y'all. Y'all probably know what it is, but I gotta watch a video on it. Now I gotta watch a video on it because I'm like, was that the 60s? The bird. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. YouTube don't even know what I'm talking about. Would that have been the 60s? Not the twist. I want to see the bird. I want to see the bird. Show me the bird. Um, I can't find it. They showed me the twist and some other stuff, but yeah, I've seen it in a movie. I just didn't know what it was called. They thought they were doing the most. Look up Morris Day. What is that? It's showing me like a concert. Oh, have you seen the movie Purple Rain? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Oh, well anyway, I'm picking pole and belly and twerking. Okay, those are my coordination efforts of choice. And yeah, we'll see. But anyway, the point that I was trying to oh, he did the bird. Okay. The point that I was trying to make though was to, if it's not dancing, then find something that's gonna put you in a good mood. I think too many people are walking around like being angry. I know, reindeer. Too many people are walking around being angry. Not that everybody has to be in a good mood all the time, but find something to put you in a good mood. Find something to uplift your spirits. Okay. So now that we've talked about uplifting your spirits, let me rain on somebody's parade a little bit. Be nice, guys. Be nice to people. That's another thing. Like, be nice to somebody in your day. Like, do something nice for somebody, y'all. Just be nice, right? Just be nice. Not to assume anybody's not being nice, but like, I think a lot of people walk around upset and trying to make other people upset, uh Nicole was for sure beating people up. Yeah, she said she used to get into a lot of fights, so I'm like, maybe that's why she wasn't dancing. She was boxing people on a regular basis. Okay, so we're gonna try to have 45 minutes later. We're gonna try to get into some truths about your weight or other people's weight. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. No feelings, just facts. I'm gonna do my best to try to keep my feelings out of it. Jen, I have a theory. Let me know what you think, because if anybody's gonna say it, you probably are. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm right about this or not. So y'all know that twerking video I just showed y'all. I was looking at that and I'm like, for one, the girls are agile. The girls are standing on their head. They doing backflips. They throwing that ass in a circle. They jumping around. They doing splits. The girls are agile. They're flexible. The cardio is up there. They got agility. They got, well, I said agile. They have endurance. Like, they got all of that, right? But you know what I noticed about that video? A lot of the women were overweight. And okay, based on the eye test. I don't know their BMIs. I don't know their weight. I don't know their height. But based on the eye test, a lot of the women were overweight. So I was thinking about how a lot of women say, um, like, a lot of, especially black women will say, like, they don't want to lose their butt or their hips or their shape if they lose too much weight. And one, Jen said before, if it's natural, one, you won't lose it. I agree. But do you think that applies to the butt as well? Because I'm like, not to be, I don't know how else to say it other than to say it. Like, there was a lot of ass in that video. There was a lot. There was a lot. And I'm just like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just wonder, would we have all that ass if we wasn't overweight? The butts and the hips that people are so protective of, would we have all of that if it wasn't for the excess weight, is what I'm wondering. I don't know. I know Jen is driving, but Jen, you're gonna have to tell me what you think. But the girls look like they was having a good time. They can definitely do things that I can't do. And I don't think you can determine necessarily a person's state of health by just looking at them, unless they're like maybe morbidly obese. But like, because I'm not suggesting that any of them are unhealthy. There's no way for me to know that. But a lot of them look like they were overweight. Um, Excuse me, I have hips and butt, and I feel my butt is smaller than it was when I was at the weight before. Mine sure is. Mine sure is. It may not be the shape that I want it to be yet. That's a muscle thing for me. But like, there was a lot of body fat there, but I also don't have much muscle in my butt. Exactly. Which would make it look more plump. Exactly. Okay. Um, it could be, maybe. I mean, maybe they're muscular. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I had another thought. I am just gonna put this out here. Um, I'm just gonna put this out there. I think that in about 10 years, we're gonna look at the BBL culture and realize that, like, the majority of people that were getting BBLs were overweight. and they still looked overweight after their BBL, or like a lot of the girls that were getting lipo and all of that, they were still overweight because their arms were still big, their legs were still big, their faces were still big. So it's like I think we're gonna look back at the beauty trends of the past damn near 2 decades. Like by the time we get to 2030, it'll be 2 decades because I'm counting from 2010. I think we're gonna look back and be like, people was big as hell. People was big. I have seen thin girls twerk as well. Yeah, people of all races and hell, gender, men twerk, heights, like people of different weights twerk. But in the video that I showed specifically, it was all black women. It was like all black women, and they were doing the damn thing. They looked great, having fun. But I'm like, damn, like it's giving a little overweight. It's giving a little overweight, just a little bit. I don't know, but um let's get into what I actually wanted to talk about, right? So I'm gonna try to. That's why I want to say that first because I want to try to keep my feelings out of the rest as much as possible, and then I will probably spend some time cutting this stream up and posting clips, okay? And if you haven't already, like the stream, and follow me on Instagram, guys. What are you doing? Follow me, okay? Now I'm gonna talk about some things that people probably aren't considering when it comes to their weight, and I could spend time, like I could focus on metabolic markers and blood work, and I could do all of that. I just don't think the average person cares, right? You're on a meta strike. Okay, okay, okay. I'm not trying to ruin your meta strike. Um, I We could talk about the health stuff because y'all know we're a little vain over here. And whenever I try to get into the vanity of it all, people want to bring up the health stuff to divert away from the exterior things or the surface level things that get overlooked. And I'm like, I don't want to downplay the health. Obviously, the health is the priority, but I don't think as many people care as we make it seem. And because I don't think enough people care about their health, I'm trying to speak a language that I think that they would understand. Does that make sense? All right, Kim, we'll be here on the playback. I'm trying to speak a language that I think the average person would understand. Not just the people that are really really in tune with their health and their panels and keep a good relationship with their doctor. I'm really trying to reach the people. Y'all know I be trying to reach the girls. I don't want to lose my butt. I don't want to lose my hips, girls. Y'all know I want to reach the I just only need to lose 5, 7, 20 pounds. I'm trying to reach I'm trying to reach the people that I feel like aren't making sense when they approach weight loss, or the ones that feel like they don't need to lose weight at all, if that makes sense. So we could talk about the health stuff, but that ain't what I'm talking about right now, okay? And we might touch on it a little bit toward the end, but I want to talk about the more surface level things that people pretend aren't issues that are. And I'm going to say it because maybe your friend or your partner or you don't want to tell yourself. So you get to hear from me. Yay, I heard you guys. So we're a little vain over here. Let's address the elephant or many little elephants in the room, or big elephants, whichever one you prefer. Now, I'm typically talking from the perspective of obesity because I was obese and I'm no longer obese. I'm slightly overweight, which again, not that big of a deal, but you know, I'm speaking from the standpoint of obesity, right? So for one, if you're not obese, don't become obese. Let's just start there. That wasn't even on the list, but let's just start there. If you see the weight climbing, go and stop it now. Just go and stop. Okay. It might not be that simple to stop. I know, but I'm just saying, if you're aware of it, if you are conscious of it, just go ahead and know something needs to change now. So my overweight girlies and guys, I don't have a lot of smoke for you in this stream. We are gonna mostly focus on the people that are well into the obese BMI or weight range. Now, being obese has been normalized, but it is not normal. Okay. And the reason why I'm talking about it from an aesthetic point of view is because a lot of people, one, will dismiss BMI. A lot of people don't know their metabolic markers. They don't know all of the other things that would need to be considered, right? I think it would be easier to just tell everybody to measure their waist circumference, but I don't know why the doctors haven't just started saying that by now. But whatever. People will find 50 different thousand reasons to be dismissive of excess body fat to an extreme. And being obese used to be extremely rare. It's only in the past roughly 40 to 50 years that this has become a norm, to the point where, like, if you live in America, the majority of the country is overweight, and damn near more than half, if we haven't already crossed the halfway point, is obese. Damn near more than half the people in the country are obese. That's not normal. It shouldn't be looked at as normal. And I am here to tell you that if you are of the obese demographic, like a lot of us previously were, former big back here talking, you know, this is the perspective of a former fat, former obese. I'm still fat, but whatever, call it what you want. But the perspective of a person that was obese my whole entire adulthood. Mm, it's not normal. We should be doing something about it. We should be doing something about it as a society. We should be doing something about it as individuals. Um, it's not just a little extra weight. It's not just a little belly. Uh, if you don't know whether or not you're obese, as of right now, the answer is to check your BMI. I believe you can also find out from measuring your waist circumference, but I think technically, for obesity specifically, you would have to go based on your BMI. Sidebar, y'all. We need to do a stream on BMI because I've been on the BMI train lately, right? Because I think people like use BMI as a scapegoat to not do anything about their weight. But y'all, I was doing a little research today and I discovered that one of the most quackeriest quack scientists in the history of quackery is the reason that we have BMI in medicine. Now, BMI gets a lot of uh deserved smoke. It does. It gets a lot of well-deserved smoke. I think a lot of the smoke is a deflection. That's why I go so hard on the other side. Thank you guys for the gifts. The sun is like blurring out my screen a little bit, so I can't really see who sent it. Who was that? That was Coach Kafia. Thank you so much. Um, but Ansel Keys, Lord have mercy. A decade ago, when I first started losing weight, I was binge reading a lot of books on how we got here as a country. And one doctor's name kept coming up. Ansel fucking Keys. Oh my God. When I tell y'all I hate this doc, I hate this man. I hate him. Like he ruined America. This man single-handedly ruined America. Like I like a lot of the dumb shit that is believed as far as weight gain and body fat and how to measure it and diet. Man, this man put like he is responsible for a lot of shitty information when it comes to body weight and health, like and nutrition. Like he is single-handedly the reason why we went on, like why this country went on a, not single-handedly, I shouldn't say that, but his research was used to justify fear-mongering animal fats, and part of the reason why the country shifted toward ultra processed foods. There were other things, to be fair, there were other things, but his research was like single-handedly the reason why heart disease was blamed on animal fats, and they turned out to be completely and utterly wrong. So, to my surprise, flawed ass BMI comes from the quack of all quacks, a man whose research is to not be trusted, okay, BMI needs to be done away with, right? I know this, but hear me out. Because so many people use it as a scapegoat to not have the conversation about obesity, I have to I have to say, okay, we know it's flawed, but hear me out, right? We know it's flawed, but it's still a tool. We know it's fucked up, but it's not completely useless, okay? It's not normal. We won't even acknowledge it. Correct. Yeah, we need to stream on BMI. Okay. Um, hey, Delilah. We talking about your oh that guy. Yeah, I hate Ansel Keys. He's oh god, he sucks. But we're talking about what your family and friends won't tell you. Not you individually, Delilah, but whoever may be listening. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Yo, this sun is like burning me up. Hold on, I gotta move this chair back a little bit. Woo. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so with that being said, let's get back to obesity not being normal. So with that in mind, that the origins of BMI are shaky. And one, they were never meant for medicine. It was never meant to be used in medicine, but it is now because of stupid ass Ansel Keys. Okay, so now we're here. We don't have to harp on BMI. We don't have to throw it out, but we don't have to make it our god either, okay? Now, maybe it's not your fault that you became obese or that everywhere we go we see obesity. Yeah. Maybe it's not your fault. I don't think it's necessarily our faults that the whole like that, over 50% or roughly 50% of the country is obese. I don't think it's the population's fault that we were tricked into eating addictive ultra processed foods. Y'all remember the health check on like Cheerios? Like there was a lot of there are plenty of wonderful books on this, but they're dense. There was a lot of campaigning and propaganda done for ultra processed foods to make them seem healthier than they were. And the government played a role in a lot of this and continues to. Okay. Thank you, Reindeer, for the gift. Um, so with that being said, I'm willing to argue and I'm willing to even concede. Maybe it's not your fault. Maybe it's not your fault that you ended up obese, and maybe it's not your fault that everywhere you go you see obesity, so it feels normal. We've all been there. We've all thought our weight wasn't that bad. We've all thought like, oh, I just got to lose a little bit. We've all thought, oh, well, I'll lose it eventually. Some of us, not all of us, have thought, well, I can't lose it, so let me just be proud of, where I'm at. We've all been there, right? We've all not all, but some of us at one point or another have looked at our highest weight, or whatever weight we were for most of our lives, being overweight or obese, have looked at smaller people and felt like they were the outliers. Felt like, well, it must be because they're under eating. It must be because everybody wants to be a model. Hey, sweet tea. It must be because, like, for whatever reason that you could think of. Well, I'm here to say, okay, that I don't think that should fly anymore in 2026, especially in the day of GLP-1s. Now, this isn't a GLP-1 pumping stream, but what people getting on GLP-1s is showing us is that people don't want to be fat to begin with. So if we can just all get on the same page that it wasn't our faults that we got obese, it wasn't our faults that we have been indoctrinated to believe that obesity is normal and fine and safe and healthy. Um, we should also be able to get on the same page as like, okay, well, now what are we going to do about it? Like, now, how do we reverse that obesity? But some people are not willing to get on that train. And a lot of those people are who I'm talking to. Now, doing nothing about it is complacency. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you slice it, I should have probably specified who I'm not talking to. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a couple of, hey, Sydney girl, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of, demographics that I'm not speaking to. So I'm not talking to children or growing, pubescent adolescents. I'm not talking to them. I'm not talking about babies. I'm not talking about pregnant women or postpartum women. I am not talking about those living in poverty and food deserts. We will talk about that, but that's a separate stream. We will talk about the kids, but that's a separate stream. We will talk about pregnancy and postpartum, but that's a separate stream. I'm not talking about uh peri and postmenopausal women. I'm actually doing the research on menopause as we speak so that I can be informed when I do speak on that, because I don't want to have to hear you ain't been through it, so you don't know what you're talking. Whatever. So, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go through it eventually, right? The pregnancy thing too. Like, we will talk about it. Pregnancy and weight gain, postpartum and weight gain. We will talk about peri and postmenopausal specifically in a separate stream. I'm doing the research so that I can sort of kind of know what I'm talking about. But right now, I'm just talking about I'm just speaking in general. I'm not attacking any one particular demographic. I'm just speaking in general. So if it don't apply, let it fly. All right. The chat got in trouble while you was on vacation. Good thing you was on vacation, sweet tea. But it wasn't just the chat, it's all of y'all. Like, why do y'all think just because y'all don't be here, y'all don't be in trouble too? If Jen get in trouble, y'all all in trouble. If Kim get in trouble, y'all all in trouble. What are you talking about, sweet tea? Ain't no breaks from the trouble. Okay. Ain't no breaks from the trouble. If Sydney writing people up, everybody getting written up. Okay? It's everybody. Except Andrew, because Andrew's to be protected at all costs. Because he was the only one that told y'all everybody should fuck up. V says she run this shit, okay? Now, so so let's get back to the normalization, right? So if you so doing so we are in 2026. This is the age of information. I think it's a little disingenuous to think that at least middle class Americans would not have access to information about health, wellness, their weight. Some people are just ignoring this on purpose. Like, you see them online. I think I'm really targeting the people that are online loud and wrong, but this goes for anybody. This goes for anybody that's in denial. I would like to give some credence to the people that may have struggled through the 2000s with their weight and saw inconsistent results, or couldn't get the weight off, or they got it off but they couldn't get it to stay off. I do want to give some credence to that demographic, because a lot of that demographic is who ended up on GLP-1s. So I'm talking about like a lot of your millennials and Gen X and older, right? However, I also like to acknowledge that as time, at least in the past decade, there have been numerous options for weight loss that have been successful for a lot of people, but not everybody. So I would say that that early 2000s information was useless. Like, between 2000 and 2010, eat less, move more. We know we eat too much and we need to eat less. We'll talk about that. We know we're a lot of us are sedentary. We need to move more. We know that. But I'm talking about in general, like, just cut your calories and go to the gym, but eat whatever you want. We know that that information was shit, right? We know that a lot of that information was to keep people eating ultra processed foods without feeling like that was actually causing or their weight gain or getting in the way of their weight loss. What about the doctors that tell us we need to lose the weight? Well, I wish I had a doctor tell me I needed to lose weight. I'm speaking from the perspective of somebody's doctor that didn't tell them. So since your doctor won't tell you, I'm gonna tell you. And if they do tell you, then let's not cry about it, okay? But in all fairness, at least in the past decade, because I remember this was the first time I was successful with. Okay, the first time I was successful when I was 16. That was sheer just going to the gym because I was young enough to do that, right? I get on the gym about weight loss, but honestly, if you're young enough, you probably can slide with just going to the gym and your diet being shit. All right. But when you get to adulthood, it's a little different. So my first time being successful as an adult was around 2016, 2017. That's when I discovered keto and fasting and all of that. And I did lose about 40 pounds, and I did keep it off for 2 years because I kept up my habits. And then we got to 2020 and fucking the Rona happened, and it, like, I ain't been the same since. Okay. So there were options. Some people tried those options and it didn't work for them, but a lot of people tried those options and it did work for them. Okay. So I do want to give credence to that. Now, in the age of a GLP, GLP-1s have been around for a while, but in the age of GLP-1 popularity, now there's an additional layer of options that are completely being ignored because people want to be stuck in their ways. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all of you, Delilah. It's all of you. It's everybody. Once one of you gets in trouble, it's all of you. It's all of you. So with that being said, if doing nothing, right, is complacency, then you have to do something to be active and seek change. If you want change. Some people don't want change, and I'm talking to you too if you don't, because again, like we started out with, being obese is not normal. It needs to be, there needs to be a sense of urgency from our doctors, from ourselves, from our social circles, from our schools. There needs to be a public sense of urgency when it comes to obesity. Like, there needs to be a Rona level sense of urgency, because it is a big deal. It's not like, oh, because everybody in your family big, it's not a big deal. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. Now, if you say, okay, but I'm trying, if you're not seeing success, then whatever you're doing is not working. This is dedicated. This is this is inspired by Shawnee's comment about the juicing. Hey Blue, how you doing? I'm having a sermon. Now, whatever you're doing, this is about honesty, right? So if you're not seeing success, then whatever you're doing is not working, right? Just like the people in the early 2000s, they were given the wrong information. So what they were doing was not working. Make sense? So in 2026, if you're still trying to lose weight, whatever you're doing is not working. So either your information is old, because there are options. There's GLP-1s, there's bariatrics, there's fasting, there's keto, there's a bunch of stuff, right? There's a bunch of stuff. Whatever you're doing is not working. Yeah? And some people are doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting different results. Again, that could be a lack of education, that could be stubbornness. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure out why people juicing for weight loss. Like, I'm not, maybe not for weight loss, but like, I'm still trying to understand why some people take the approaches that they take to weight loss, and then they don't see success, and they don't think, okay, maybe the instructions are wrong, maybe the information is wrong, maybe the strategy is wrong. Yes. Wait, you guys have gone to the doctor and not been told everything you got going on is fat related? My entire life, that's all I've been told. No, I haven't experienced that, but I mean, are you saying that that's like a fat bias, Delilah? Are you saying the things that you had going on were not fat related, but your doctor was distracted by your body weight, so they didn't investigate further? Because I know some people have said that does happen. I've never been told that. But I have definitely heard people say that happens. But it's like, the reason I'm asking for clarity is because sometimes it is the weight. It depends on what's being discussed, right? Like, it's, we're gonna get into it. It's down the list. I got a list, but sometimes it's the weight, people. Sometimes your doctor is just being biased and think everything is about weight, but sometimes it's the goddamn weight. Maybe they're just not following everything they claim they're doing. Okay, then what's the point of saying it? Most of the problem is because of our weight. I think most were, yes, absolutely, but some was not. And oh, okay. I hit my foot, and saying it was hurt, and it's like, it's because of the weight. I am not gonna debate that, Delilah, because that's your experience. I just wanted to know if, whether or not some of those things were actually weight related, because I think that I think that some people get so frustrated by being told it's the weight when it's the weight, right? So like if you go break an arm, then no, I don't necessarily want to talk about my weight, but I would like you to fix this broken arm. So I get it. I get it. But it's like a lot of people will be like, doctors can't figure out what's wrong with me and they just keep telling me it's my weight. It's probably because it's your weight. 95%, then I would say let's not harp on the five. I would say I would say the five is let's chuck it up to being annoying and maybe having to sometimes we got to educate our doctors, or sometimes we got to tell our doctors like it is. You know what I mean? Like it seems like they should know everything, but we all know they don't. We know they don't know everything. So if 95% of the things that were going wrong and you were like people are being told it's the weight, it's the weight, it's the weight, it's the weight, and then 5% of the time they're focused on the weight, I would say that 95% is more important. I hate to admit that most of my health problems resolved the lighter I got. You better tell him, sweet tea. You better tell him, Delilah. I have health issues that wasn't caused by weight, but the weight made it worse. You better tell him, Shawnee. Yeah. Oh, I never seen a doctor who didn't tell me lose the weight. Oh, well, I would argue, Delilah, if we're obese, there shouldn't be a doctor that doesn't say it. What do you guys think about that? If I'm obese, going to a doctor, I do think my weight should come up. I do. I My weight never came up. Like other than putting it in my chart. I do like and I got sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. I think that if we are living with just like if a person is like just like they bring up smoking. Right, right. I got you, Delilah. Just like they bring up they always ask if you're a smoker. That's for a reason. They're always asking if you're a smoker. Have you ever done tobacco? I'm going in for fucking to not a chiropractor, orthopedic, and they're asking me about smoking. It always comes up. I think obesity should always come up. It's not as crazy as you think, sweet tea, and that's the point of me doing the stream. We treat it as if it's like I can't believe it. Well, those of us that know, those of us that got to the other side or are currently on our way to the other side and we're experiencing the improvements, there are some people that are stuck with the weight on their bodies and they really don't think that the weight is the issue. So let's continue. Thank you guys for all of the comments. Like the stream if you haven't already. So let's continue. So I already told you guys who we're excluding for now because we'll do separate streams on them. Okay. Now, if you are obese, I'm gonna go out on a I'm gonna sorry y'all. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say majority of the time, maybe even 90% of the time. Let's be conservative and say 80% of the time. It's what you're eating and drinking. Again, I feel like we was tricked into eating and drinking this shit. But I know this is why I had to exclude the pregnant women and the menopausal and the children I had to exclude all that because I don't want to hop from group to group, right? We're just talking in general. 90% of the reason I'm saying this is because remember, this is only a regular occurrence in the past 50 years. So what happened between the first 200 years of the country's existence and the last 50? How did not everybody, but I mean 90% is virtually everybody. How did everybody suddenly become overweight? Overweight? I be saying over obese sometimes. That's why I'm like, did I say that right? Overweight. Um how did more than half of us become obese? It's I mean, it's what we're drinking and eating, right? There's other stuff. Hey Levi, there's other stuff. There's hormonal stuff. But how are a lot of our hormones being jacked up in the first place? Thank you, Levi, for the gift. It's what we're eating and drinking. Now, for some people, it's the alcohol, it's the cigarettes, it's other stuff, but we ain't talking about that right now. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about on average, I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of our obesity in America is based on what we're eating and drinking. Okay? That's something that a lot of people aren't willing to admit. Now, I think that eating, we talked about ultra processed foods recently, and we talked about it from a standpoint of addiction. But another problem with that is we're so used to the way that we eat as Americans that we've kind of forgotten the way that our grandparents and great grandparents ate, or we're just not aware because some of us didn't know our grandparents and great grandparents. So with that being said, a lot of people feel like not only is obesity normal, but what we're eating and drinking that's making us obese is normal as well. Correct, Shonda. Correct. It's all a setup. I agree. That's why I started out by saying, even if it's not your fault, what you do about it is like what you do or don't do about it is your responsibility. So I'm putting out the information from our perspective. Everybody can't just say like now in 2026, oh, but I didn't know. Well, maybe you didn't know, but what are you doing to find out now? What are you doing? What are you doing to find out now? What are you doing to change things now? And if you say you're working on it, but you're not seeing success, then clearly what you're doing is not working. So what else are you going to do? Right now, if you haven't decided to lose weight, one, check your BMI because you're probably lying to yourself. Check your BMI because you're probably lying to yourself. You're probably not being honest. Okay. Like you're probably just going through the motions. You're probably just living life day to day, like we kind of do in America. We kind of just go through the motions. We don't really pay attention. The weight creeps up on us. Some of us were obese since we were kids. But now that you're an adult, okay, now that you're an adult, if you haven't decided to do something about the weight, then maybe you need to check your BMI and find out whether or not you're obese. If you're overweight, I'm not going to argue. We'll have a stream for y'all. We'll have a stream for y'all. But if you don't know whether or not you're obese, you need to check. You need to find out, okay? If you do have a weight loss goal, the bare minimum, we talked about this recently, the bare minimum needs to be getting out of obesity. Now, some of the girls are on this, like, y'all, like some of the girls be coming up with weight loss goals that don't make no sense. You 5'3", 230, talking about, I just need to lose 20 pounds. You 5'1", 180, talking about, I'm in maintenance right now. You 5'6", 250, talking about, I just want to get down to 200. I'm not shitting on milestones. I'm challenging the mindset. I'm challenging the why, right? Like where are y'all getting these numbers from? Or I'm gonna pick on Shani. I just want to be a size 12. Where y'all getting these numbers from? Where y'all getting these numbers from? Why the girls trying to get back to their middle school and high school jean size? Where y'all getting these numbers from? Y'all picking numbers that are keeping you in obesity. Y'all know I'm gonna pick on you. Ain't no shame in my game. You pick a weight loss goal that keeps you obese, I'm going to pick on you. I'm gonna. So the bare minimum should be outside of obesity because obesity has no benefits whatsoever, 100% negativity. Pulling the numbers from the air. My next goal is 180. That's 30 more pounds. I think we got to set reasonable goals, then reset for my mental health. Um, we'll get into it, sweetie. I hear you. I hear you. But we'll get into it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with markers along the way. As long as you know that the goal from the beginning is to get out of obesity. Some people are not starting from let's get out of obesity. Some people are just starting from 20 pounds. Okay, another 20. Okay, another 20. And if that's what works for you, that's what works. But I'm suggesting go ahead and rip the band-aid off and commit to the full 80. Go ahead and rip the band-aid off and commit to the full 120. That don't mean you don't celebrate markers along the way, but just go ahead and commit. Just go ahead and commit. Too often we have to do our own research. I mean, I mean, I don't want to say unfortunately, but yeah, we got to do our own research. That's why I'm doing this video now. I mean, that's why I'm doing this live stream for people that are doing. No, no, I know, Shonda. I know. But I'm saying the girls don't know. I know. At 5'3", you need to drop below, I believe, 163 before you're in the overweight category. And then you need to drop below 142, 143 before you're in normal weight category. But we don't even need to go that far. All I'm saying is obesity needs to be off the table. Once you decide to get on the weight loss train, go ahead and shoot for the moon. Why are we dilly-dallying around with the goals? Why are we focused on jean sizes and small, medium, large? And those are fun markers along the way. Don't get me wrong. Like we're a little vain over here, okay? Can you guys see me? I just got a notification about my Wi-Fi. I might have to go inside. Um, those are fun markers along the way, but I'm just saying when you're picking your goal, or if you've already picked your goal, reevaluate. Just go and shoot for the moon. Just go and shoot for getting outside of obesity. Just go and shoot for it. You can celebrate the 20s and the 30s along the way, but most of us have more than 40 pounds to lose. Most of us. Not Sydney, because Sydney's a skinny girl. Okay. Now for the gym girlies, oh Lord, and for those that haven't started yet, let's revisit this from the other day. The gym is not going to save you when it comes to your weight loss if your diet is shit. Okay. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. The gym, CBT, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear you. I didn't just read you say you're considering 75 hard, because I will grab hold, sweetie. I'll be like, get over here. Get into the 75 hard club, sweetie. Um, but that just distracted the hell out of me. See that I gotta Shonda is in this chat cutting up. You're right, Shonda, though. You're right. Sonia said the only benefit of obesity is death. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a little grim, but it's a reality. Now my gym guys and girlies, and those that are wanting to get started, but your first stop is, oh, I gotta exercise harder. No, you don't. 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 Okay. Um, sure, exercise, but if you're 250, 300 pounds, 350, definitely don't let exercise be the reason that you're discouraged from starting, because that's a small part of the journey. It's a good part, but it's a small part. Okay, so you don't got to be 300 pumping out 50 push-ups. You don't have to. If you're capable of doing them, then do them. But a walk could do you some good. A walk could do you some good. Yeah. What really needs to adjust is what's happening in that kitchen. Back to juicing, Shawnee. Shawnee ain't juicing. Her girls are juicing. Listen, Lindas. If you're just getting started and you're not seeing success, stop drinking your fruit. Because remember, most of us, yes, some of us have other issues going on metabolically, but most of us got to obesity based on what we're eating and drinking. And most of us only have the other metabolic issues that we're having because of the obesity. Yeah. So while some people, I've seen them do it, will say, I can't lose the weight because of X, Y, and Z metabolic issue, it's actually the reverse. It's like, no, you have X, Y, and Z metabolic issue because of the obesity. You resolve the obesity, X, Y, and Z metabolic issue, 9 times out of 10 improves or goes away completely reverses. Okay. So if we're cleaning up what's happening in the kitchen, stop drinking your fruit. And when I say stop, I don't mean never, but we need to reevaluate what we're considering like a treat, what we're considering a meal, what we're considering healthy. There's nothing, not nothing, but like, hot take, fruit juice isn't a health food. Eating the apple whole would be a health food. Like there's nowhere in society, not in society, in nature, to find a fruit juice tree or plant or lake. There's no lake of fruit juice, okay? That's something man-made. That's something we decided to do, and I'm okay with us enjoying that, but that's not the ticket to team skinny. That's not the ticket to improved A1C. That's not the ticket out of obesity. It's not. It's not. It's not. I didn't commit to the full 60-pound goal because the number seemed too large. So I committed to 20, then lost in phases. I know. That's why I'm trying to tell the girls to stop being scared. And guys, I'm trying to tell the people to stop being so scary. Y'all are okay. So here's what I'm saying, Kat. And thank you for sharing that. People are making up numbers in their head and then making up that numbers are too big or too large. They're just making it up. Y'all are making it up. People, and congratulations on all of your success, Kat. But if you've already, like, if y'all have already been there, done that, then this part is for the people that are to follow. People have and are making up weight loss goals out of thin air. They're making them up based on how they want to look. And mind you, I'm team vain, right? But hear me out. They're making up on some arbitrary image they have of themselves. They're making them up based on how they looked in high school, what their high school jean size was. The last time they remember feeling skinny 20, 30 years ago. They- or the fact that they don't want to look too thin, even though they ain't been the weight that they trying to get to in about 40 years. Or they ain't never been that weight before. Making it up out of thin air. Just making it up, okay? Because everybody has this overwhelming fear of their goal being too large. And I'm telling you, for those that may not know, and the people in your life ain't gonna tell you, I can damn near guarantee that your goal ain't high enough. I can damn near guarantee it because damn near everybody, 90% of people say the same shit. I didn't want to lose too much. I didn't want to lose too much. What are y'all so afraid of? What happens if you lose too much weight? We all spend our lives being obese. We know how to gain weight. You can gain it back. You can gain it back. Like, this fear absolutely makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. It makes no, because when you're gaining weight, nobody is afraid of you getting too big. You're not afraid of you getting too big. Your family isn't afraid of you getting too big. Your friends aren't afraid of you getting too big. Hell, this day and age, your doctors ain't afraid of you getting too big. Ain't nobody, being big is normal. Ain't nobody afraid of nobody getting too big, even when you already big. So why is it that when it comes to the weight loss, and we've been big all of our lives, suddenly people are afraid of being too small? Okay, Sydney girl. I got your back, Sydney girl. We on a 75 train. We on a 75 train. I got your back, Sydney. So like the fear, I'm not Monday night quarterbacking, I think is the proper term, which is like, I'm not trying to tell the people that already been there, done that, well, you should have did it this way. No, 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 no. If you already figured it out, you already figured it out. But what I'm saying is, for the people that are to follow, don't make the mistakes that some of us made, which is being scared of admitting how much weight you really need to lose. Y'all are scared of admitting how much weight we really need to lose. Y'all scared. Y'all are scary for no reason. Now that is why I just choose to make BMI the first step. If you don't like BMI, I get it. But if you're going to just randomly make up numbers, you may as well use BMI. You may as well. Like, I literally saw a lady in one of Athena's skinny a lady in one of Athena's skinny talk compilations talking about her weight loss journey. And what she was saying was reasonable until she said, I'm in maintenance, while she was still visibly overweight. I would even argue potentially obese. She said, I'm in maintenance. And I just wanted to know why. I just wanted to know why. I just wanted to know why. I don't think there's anything wrong with losing a little weight at a time. All I'm saying is, as long as you're aware, as long as you're willing to know what the end goal is, which is to get out of obesity. If you know that's the end goal, then fine. Take it 10, 15, 20 pounds at a time. Celebrate your markers. Check in with yourself. See how you feel. See how you look. Right. That's great. That's great. but we still getting the rest of the weight off, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon, Sydney. But when you do start, I got your back. I got your back when you're ready to get started. Um, so I think that somebody has to say, just go ahead and shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon, shoot for the sun. Somebody has to say it. Go ahead and make the goal 100 pounds and then celebrate 20 at a time. When I first started my channel, it used to be every 10 pounds. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to celebrate every 10 pounds. I used to give myself a little something every 10 pounds. And then I stopped doing that because I stopped caring as much. But yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to say like, okay, we're gonna work on the first 20 and then the next 20 and the next 20. But we know we're not stopping until we get out of obesity, right? Okay, so thank you for sharing that, Kat. Now that's your minimum. And we know the gym is not gonna save you. You gotta clean up what you're doing in the kitchen. Stop drink stop drinking fruit juice if you're trying to lose weight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now Delilah says don't drink your calories at all. I am not on that team, but I understand what she means. I think that's a good way to look at a 100% lock-in. If you are going to The reason that I don't subscribe to that is because I drink my yogurt and I drink protein shakes. So that's me. I drink and I also drink coffee with milk and sugar or cream and sugar and stuff like that. So I don't subscribe for me personally to not drinking calories. But I mean, if you really want to lock in, don't drink your calories. Don't drink your calories. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world if you do, but it damn sure shouldn't come in the form of mocha chokas, milkshakes, and sodas and sweet juices. It damn sure shouldn't come in that form. Not if you're trying to unbig your back. No. That doesn't mean get rid of all of it cold turkey, because I know there's going to be some dramatic person that's just like, no, that doesn't mean rid of it all, get rid of it cold, all of it cold turkey. But the objective is to get rid of it, or to get rid of it as much as possible, to get as close to zero as possible. Just like with the weight loss objective is to get out of obesity. When it comes to the drinking of the calories, the objective is to do that as little as possible, if at all. I agree, Delilah. So people still want to indulge in alcohol. People still want to indulge in sugary sodas, juices, fresh or processed, and be like, but I can't lose no weight. But I can't lose no weight. The other thing is, of course, what we're eating. Some of us aren't starting from the kitchen. Some of us aren't starting from the kitchen. Now, this is true whether you're on a GLP-1 or not. Remember, I said I was able to successfully lose weight, and then I kept it off for a couple of years. And then with the lockdown and stuff, a lot of habits went to the wayside, and I just couldn't really quite commit the same way. Plus, my original weight loss goal wasn't large enough anyway. It was only well, I didn't really have a goal. That's another thing. Have a goal. Pick a goal. Like, I'm suggesting how I feel like you should pick your goal. You should pick it based on getting out of obesity. But yes, pick a goal. Just make sure your goal is large enough. And because mine wasn't, I didn't. Well, one, I didn't have a goal, so I stopped at about 40 pounds, and I just wasn't motivated to lose anymore. I wasn't motivated, but I was still obese. And then eventually the weight came back because I stopped doing the things that I did to maintain the weight loss. But we aren't, I will say, over that entire, I started Trizepatide in 2024. So over about an 8-year period of me struggling with my weight in adulthood, not once did I consider that, like, I knew some of the foods were a problem, but never once did I consider that they need to be reduced as much as possible or completely removed while I get the weight off, because there was no goal. There was no goal. Can you figure out that hip to waist ratio thing instead of BMI? Yeah. That's my objective moving forward, because I don't want to argue with people about BMI. I don't want to argue with people about BMI, but I also hate Ansel Keys. So moving forward, I'm not afraid to talk BMI if people want to be in denial, but I think it would be good to talk about waist circumference. Yes. Yes. Okay. I lost weight in increments so that it didn't seem so far away. I hit a goal, set a new one, and kept going. Okay. I hear what you guys are saying, but what I'm saying is I think we're saying the same thing and we're just wording it differently, because no matter how you lose weight, you're losing it in increments. Like when you lose 10 pounds out of 100, that's an increment. When you lose 20 out of 100, that's an increment. When you lose 20 pounds twice out of 100, that's an increment. Okay? When you lose 1 pound, that's an increment. So what you guys are saying is, from the beginning, it was like, I'll lose 20 and then I'll push the goalpost. I'll lose another 10 and then I'll push the goalpost. I'll lose another 20 and then I'll push the goalpost. And then you just keep doing it like that. If that's how it worked for you, that's how it worked for you. But for the people that haven't started yet, because what I'm saying is, some people that do it that way, not you guys, but some people that do it that way, they will stop after the first 20 because the goal was never 100. They will stop after the first 20 because the goal was never to get out of obesity. So I'm really talking about finding your why. Finding your why as to why you're losing the weight in the first place and why you picked the number. And what I'm hearing is that people pick 20 pounds because anything larger than that seemed unobtainable. But it's like, I get that, but how do we reach the people that's stopping after the first 20? Because they didn't find a why that said, oh, I need to lose another 80 or 60 or 40. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't get it twisted. Listen, I'll be looking at myself now like, damn, I'm going to miss having this. Like, I'm going to miss being thick. Or I'll be looking back at some of my old, some of them. I'll be looking back at some of my like old pictures or like old outfits, and I'll be like, I really don't want to be that big, but damn, I kind of miss, like, I don't miss the struggle of being that big. Not 240, but I'm talking about like a 175, not 175, but like a 160, 165. I'll be like, damn, I miss them hips. Sometimes I'll be like, damn it. Gotta keep going though. Gotta keep going. Or I'll be looking back like, damn, I had a lot of ass. Damn, I had a lot of ass. Like, shit. But gotta keep going. So, like Jen said, you can still say you want to lose 100 and celebrate the tens. That's literally how I started out my channel. I started out my channel by saying I want to lose 100 pounds in a year. 100 was the goal because that was the goal to get me out of obesity. And I would do weigh-ins I would do weigh-ins weekly, and every 10 pounds I treated myself to something. So yes, hush your noise, reindeer. We're gonna get you on team 75 too. So yeah, so what I'm saying is some people are not thinking big enough. Like I don't know. I don't actually, let me go inside. I'm kind of getting hot. Some people are afraid to think big, guys. And y'all are actually, thank you, Nicole and Kat, but y'all are actually proving my point. I'm glad you guys seen all of your success. I don't doubt that a person could be successful. I'm saying a person doesn't know. Some people are afraid to think that big about the level of success that they can achieve. That's what I'm saying. Hold on, guys. Uh, some people are afraid to think big when it comes to weight loss because they either have a thin bias or they're terribly afraid of quote unquote being too small, which most people aren't walking around too small or looking sickly. So y'all need to stop that shit. Okay. Most people, most people aren't walking around looking too small. I don't know where the hell y'all keep getting that from. But some people are afraid. Some people are just scared to think big. V, that was my number 164. That was the goal for real. But then I was like, nah, I need to reduce a bit more. Yeah. But see, Cat knows. Listen, Cat, I be trying not to come for the overweight girlies. I be trying because I don't want to die on that hill, Cat. Trust me, Cat, I'm with you. I didn't make my goal overweight. I'm saying I guess I'm trying to tell the girls at minimum get out of obesity, but I guarantee once you get out of obesity and you realize you're not as small as you thought you were going to be, you're not going to want to be overweight. You're not going to want to be overweight. So I'm saying start out, shoot for the moon. To be honest with you, shooting for the moon would be shooting for being out of overweight too. So let's put that there. Let's say that. That would be really shooting for the moon. And I think people should shoot for that. But I'm not willing to die on that overweight hill. I'm not. Because I feel like a person can be overweight and still they can I'm not willing to argue that. I'm willing to skinny talk argue it from a vanity perspective, but like some of the girls can't get past obesity, so they not ready, Cat. They not ready to talk about being 130. They not. Let me tell y'all something. I saw this lady today. Matter of fact, it's probably on. I think I shared it on Instagram. Let me just go ahead and let her say it. Let me just go ahead and let her say it. The girls aren't ready, Cat. The girls are not ready to admit that your whatever your goal is, it's not as small as you think it is. It's not as small as you think it is. So let me let me show you guys this post that I shared on Instagram. I need y'all to hear this. I need So they are trying to and when you do hold on. Uh I don't think they hold on, you hold up. I think they don't think getting smaller is possible, so they don't want to set themselves up for failure. I know. That's why I'm telling the girls to stop being scared. I hear you, Nicole. I agree. I agree. But I'm somebody has to say it. Your fear is unreasonable. And it's okay. I'm telling you to work on that fear. I'm telling the girls that's coming behind us and the guys that's coming behind us, work on that fear. It's holding you back. It's holding you back. I was fine. I was a fine ass frog, frog hair at 165, but I knew in my soul I was too short and couldn't afford to gain 5 pounds. No gamble. I agree. I agree. Hey Diva, I'm down 81 pounds. Congratulations. I freaking love it here. It's better on this side, guys. It's better on this side. I keep trying to tell the girls. And Delilah been not playing with y'all. Delilah been not playing with y'all. Delilah said 120. Like, all right, y'all want to be 160, 170, short itty bitties? Okay, whatever. But okay. Now I was looking at myself at 160 and I was like, mm. I know, but I wasn't there yet. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get tempted to stop. You're gonna listen, the people are scared. The people are scared. So that's why I'm telling you, commit from the beginning. A lot of us are already in the thick of it or already in maintenance. But I'm telling the girls and guys that are starting from the beginning, stop being scared. Stop being scared. Shoot for the motherfucking moon. Shoot for the moon. And if you don't know what number that is, start with BMI if you don't know. And then, as you educate yourself more, you can dismiss BMI if you want to. As you get out of obesity, you can dismiss BMI if you want to. But if you are obese and you don't know where to start, that 20 pounds ain't gonna cut it. That 20 pounds ain't gonna cut it. Stop being scared. The girls are scared. The girls are scared to be skinty. I'm telling y'all. 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 That's right, Diva. Welcome to the party. Okay. So, like, Let me play this for you guys because this is what I'm talking about. If you didn't know you were delusional, people out there in the ether that haven't gotten started yet, I'm telling you, it's stuff like this that got you in stuck in delusion, right? Jen, this is the Instagram reel that I was telling you about earlier. Listen to this. It says you can't be 30 plus age, 30 plus on Ozempic trying to get back your middle school weight. So I'm like, oh, she about to be cooking because I agree because y'all be acting up. Y'all. Now she said weight. So yes, some of us are gonna end up smaller than we did in middle school. But what I really feel like she should have said was your middle school physique. The girls be trying to get into like a kid's like 9. Like what? But anyway, let me let it play. When you do the Ozempic, okay, because I'm not mad at it. I'm actually here for it. You have to make sure you stop at the small grown woman weight. You gotta stop at the small grown woman weight, okay? I'm 30 years old, almost 5'7". My grown woman weight in a nice petite size is 150. Growing up, honey, I couldn't get over 125. Okay, I couldn't get over 125. But after 25, once I hit 25, okay, that 150 stuck to me like glue. But that was that grown woman weight. That was the weight that I couldn't put on, that finally was put on and filled me out of it. Peep the fill me out. This is one of the hips and butt girlies. Like, I'm not hating. I'm not. But this is one of the I need the extra weight for my hips and butt girlies. Hey, if you like it, I love it. But let's continue. But listen. Listen to what she says though. Listen to what she says though. I about died. I about died. Listen to what she says. Hold on. Wait. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back. The weight that I couldn't put on that finally was put on and filled me out a bit. If I go down to 125 now, 30 years old, I'm gonna look sick. Did y'all hear that? She said at 5'8", because I agree. 150 at 5'8" seems reasonable to me. That seems reasonable to me. That's a healthy weight. But she said if she was to go down to 130, she would look sick. Did y'all not see Jennifer's pictures last week or the week before that? Whatever the hell that was. Lord, I'm gonna have to refer back to Jennifer's pictures for the rest of the 2026 because the girls are delusional. I'm not saying because she 150 she got to lose weight. She the one running her yapper about being 5'8" and being 150. And if you go down to 130, you're gonna look sick. Let's listen. Let's listen. 25 now at 30 years old, I'm gonna look sick. I'm sorry, she said 125. If I go down to 125 now at 30 years old, I'm gonna look sick. And that's what y'all look like. Y'all look a little bit sick. Like I said, Jen, y'all look a little bit sick. Okay, if you need a helping hand, do what you have to do. Do what you must. But please don't go past your petite grown woman weight. Okay, it's like your weight, your head. You know what I'm saying? Can't carry that weight. So you put energy in to fix that. Okay, like don't go past. The girls just be out here saying anything. The girls just be out here saying anything. I actually think 125 is the lower end of a normal BMI for a 5'8" woman. I think. I think. Y'all want to double check? Whatever. Whatever. Grown woman weight, y'all. I don't know, but that's what she said. Okay. So the girls are scared. The girls are scared to like this is why I call it made up. Because like, where are y'all getting this from? The girls be like, I don't want you to look sick, or I don't want to look sick. Who do you know that looks sick? Who are y'all just walking around in cities full of people that look sick? Or is your only standard some celebrity that lost too much weight, or some celebrity that you think lost too much weight and doesn't look attractive or appealing to you? Where are y'all getting this from? Where are you where are we getting this from? Because reality check, hot take, quiet as kept, whatever you want to call it. 122. Thank you, Sydney. The 19-20 BMI girls are not underweight. Your 29 BMI is overweight. Your 40 BMI is obese. The 19-20 BMI girls are not underweight. Your 29-32 BMI is overweight. Your 40 plus BMI is obese. Can y'all hear me in the back? Yeah, we gotta stop with the big bones, sweetie. I'm gonna get the girls. I'm gonna get the black women. Listen. I wasn't raised to believe I was big bone. I was just a fat kid, and I also wasn't raised to believe it was a problem outside of like little kids being mean and shit. But in my household, I wasn't raised to believe that was a problem. I'm so tired of the comments of people telling me not to lose probably any more weight. Oh yeah, any more weight. The girls are scared. I'm just saying this is why I'm so dismissive. And Shonda, if you're still listening, this is why I was so dismissive of the conversation about getting too small. Who are y'all seeing around here other than celebrities? They have their own standard. Who are y'all seeing around here that's too small on average? On average, everybody is big. There is no epidemic of people being too small. Most people that lose weight get to a healthy weight. Most people that lose weight get to a healthy weight. Every weight loss isn't automatically connected to being underweight. I think Shonda said bar earlier, so she may catch this on the playback. But every time we talk about weight loss, we talk about obesity. First of all, we can't say obesity, and we never want to talk about anybody being too big. But whenever we talk about weight loss, the first thing on everybody's mind is, okay, but how much? Don't do too much. Don't go too far. What is your parameter of too far? People are scared. People are scared, and I'm just here to say, stop being scared. Stop being scared based on what other people are saying, and stop being scared based on stuff you've made up in your head about being too small. How you gonna know if it's too small if you ain't never been that weight as an adult? If you ain't never been 120 pounds, and 120 pounds is normal for your BMI, how you know that's too small? Where do y'all get that from? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Where do y'all get y'all too small numbers from? I never had a too small number. I know there's a such thing as being underweight, but my goal was never in the underweight category. So I don't have a too small number. I don't have a too small number. I don't. I don't. Because I'm mostly out of danger health wise. The rest of this is vain as hell. I'll stop when I feel like stopping. I'll stop when I got the body I want. I'm about 5 pounds from, being a normal weight. And then from there, I got about 25 pounds to work with. Whether I want to go down, up, left, right, side to side, back and forth. I can do whatever I want. Body recomp. Yeah. Oh, Shonda, you're still here. Okay. Like, I don't have a too small size. I don't have that. I'm not trying to get as small as possible. But once I'm out of danger health wise, it's playtime for me. This is a playground. I'm in playground territory. I'm in playground territory. I'm in pure unadulterated vanity. I want to look this way. I want my back to look this way. I want my butt to look this way. Is that guaranteed by a number on a scale? No. That is why I go to the gym. But I do know I don't want excess body fat on my midsection. So my goal weight is whatever gets me out of this body fat. Whatever gets me flat on all, 360, And if I got to do some cosmetics to achieve it at the very end, then sure. But whatever gets me as close to flat on all sides, that's my goal. Oh, okay, Shonda, drive safely. Ignore us in the chat. Okay? So, I'm just saying people are scared to be a little vain about it. People scared. They're scared to have like body inspiration. Even though you may never look like a person, to be inspired by. Y'all saw how y'all acted when I showed Jen's pictures. Everybody was like, wait, check my BMI. I want to lose more weight. There's nothing wrong with being inspired. We first of all, half 90% of us are 5'3" and below. We not about to look like Jen. I envy Jen's height. I do. I do. Okay, sweetie. Tell dad we hurt him. I've started looking at other women since this looking sick talk. Haven't seen one yet. I don't know where it comes from. Where are y'all finding all these people walking around looking sick? I mean, I see a lot of people walking around looking sick, but they look sick because they too big. And you might be one of those people out there in the ether. I'm saying this with love. You might be walking around looking sick like some of us used to, and nobody's going to tell you. That's why I'm here to tell you. It's okay. Throw tomatoes at me. You can hate me. I'm willing to take the heat. You can hate me. Okay? Now, cheat meals don't exist when you're trying to lose weight with food addiction. That's what I'm saying, Reindeer. The example is always a celebrity. Like, if the example is always going to be a celebrity, I don't want to hear it. I don't, because I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do. They are not average people. They don't operate like us. They don't have the same standards as us. We shouldn't be having their standards or living by their standards. I don't give a fuck what they do. Yeah. So back to getting on the train, on the weight loss train. People are scared to make their goal big enough because when they don't want to be judged, they're afraid. I say vain because that's the word everybody else keep using. I'm not doing it for vanity. I'm not doing it for vanity. It's not for vanity. Well, if you're on this channel, it's for vanity. Oh well. Oh well. Vanity and other stuff, but we talk about the vanity. Like, oh well, like get over it. It's for vanity. So what? We want to look good. Okay? Like what's the problem here? We want to look good, we want to feel good, we want to be attractive. Like, we want skinny privilege. Maybe we wouldn't have skinny privilege if everybody was skinny. Yeah? Not say everybody should be skinny. Don't clip that. But cheat meals don't exist if you have a food addiction and you're trying to get your weight under control. There is no such thing as a cheat meal. You don't get a cheat meal unless you're on a GLP-1. It seems unfair, but those of us that have hormonal help, we shouldn't be doing the cheat meal thing. But some of us know that as far as the weight loss, you can get away with eating a lot of dumb shit. But we shouldn't. We should strive for better. We should, especially if you have a food addiction. But if you don't have any hormonal help, if you don't have a GLP-1, there is no such thing as a cheat meal. Cheating at what? What are you cheating other than yourself? What are you cheating? Because when I hear cheat meal, what I'm really hearing is I know what I should eat in order to see the progress or the success that I want to see, but I don't want to be consistent about eating those things. I want to have periods of time where I can take a break from the things that are going to get me closer to success so I can indulge in the things that are going to set me back. That's what I hear when I hear cheat meal. That's what I hear. Cheat day, cheat meal. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I hear, I know what the rules are for success, but I want to indulge in the things that are going to set me back or going to delay my progress or the things that made me big in the first place. Am I missing something? That's what I hear. So who are you cheating other than yourself? You're not entitled to eat the foods that made you big in the first place if you don't want to be big no more. You can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. So cheat meals don't exist. They shouldn't exist. After you've done some work on your relationship with food, can you indulge on occasion? Sure. But the further you are from your goals, the less you should be considering any indulgences. I'm sorry, it seems unfair. That's because that's the reality. Being obese is tragic. Being obese and trying to get out of obesity, it's a struggle. Even on the GLP-1 sometimes, it's a struggle. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to not have pizza. It's hard to not have snacks and soft drinks and milk chokers. It's hard. It's fucking hard. Yes, it is. But well, beauty is pain. Yeah. Um, Ariana Grande, I don't know if y'all know this, but she's admitted to having an ED and going through depression like previously. So she might be sick because she's suffered with that illness in the past. So she may be suffering from that now. So let's just give a little grace. Paul don't like the whole give grace thing, but I'm a pull the give grace card, okay? Like she's admitted to struggling with her eating. She's admitted to that. And she's admitted to being on a lot of medication for depression. When people first started talking about her looking too small, this was a few years ago. There was like this big hoopla about it online, and she was talking about how they're calling her too small now, but this is actually her on the uptick because she had been suffering from an ED and being on medication and depression and all of that. So she did lose a lot of weight at one point, and then she was in recovery, and we don't know what's going on with her now. We don't know. We don't know. But I'm just saying it could be that she is ill and she is struggling. So it could be. It could be. Um, but that's not everybody's situation. Everybody ain't walking around looking like Ariana Grande. You know what I mean? Like, because like that's the other thing. When people when half the country walking around obese, that's depression too. That's a ED too. Like a lot of that has to do with EDs too. A lot of that has to do with people's mental state too. So we see it on one side, but we don't acknowledge it on the other. There's a lot more people looking like, I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. There's a lot of people walking around obese more so than there is people looking like walking around like Ariana Grande. So if she is underweight and she looks ill, it could be that she is suffering and going through whatever illness she has or potentially has. It could be that. I think people automatically assume when people are thin, it's because they like what we would consider underweight or looking ill. It's because they want to look that way, and maybe some people do. Like, what's the difference between an Ariana Grande and a Vera Wang? When it's Vera Wang, it's like, but Vera always been like that. When it's Ariana Grande, it's like, oh, she's just taking the weight loss too far. Maybe she's going through some stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have a new butt. Excellent. Sydney is so vain. Okay. So back to the point of the cheat meal. That don't exist. Get rid of that. Like, no, there's no cheat meal. You're cheating nothing but yourself and your timeline and your progress toward your goals. Okay. Now, if you're the only big person in the group, everyone isn't under eating around you. You're overeating. If you're the only big one, the only one, and you looking at your friends like these bitches don't even eat. Like, get a sandwich. Everybody ain't under eating. You're overeating. Could be food addiction. You might want to seek help for that. Could be sugar addiction. You might want to seek help for that. I'm not even saying it's your fault. I'm saying don't say nobody ain't ever tell you. They're not under eating. You're overeating. If the whole group is big, y'all all overeating together because that's what y'all have in common, probably. Hey Trisha, how you doing? Welcome. If the whole group is big, y'all being big together. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. Don't blame me. Blame Dr. Jason Fung. He said it. Yeah. So if the entire group is big, because I don't want y'all, I don't know if the girls are ready for the eat like your skinny friend stream. Some people might consider that extremely toxic, but I mean, if everybody else in the group is thin and you're not, what are they doing that you are not? If they've always been thin and you're looking at their habits as problematic, how when you are the one that doesn't have your eating under control? Hey Trisha girl, welcome. Okay. Now, if y'all all big together, you're like a group of bank robbers. Okay. I think bank robbers stick together. I think thieves stick together. Or maybe they don't because they might start stealing from each other. But I don't know. Like, think of something. It's like the teachers lounge out of school. All the like-minded individuals stick together. So if the answer isn't to find a new friend group because you would consider that shallow, then y'all all need to get on the train together. If y'all gonna still be hanging around each other, y'all need to all get on the train together. Yeah? Y'all all overeating together. Cigar smokers, yes. Y'all all overeating together. Gone, get out of obesity together. That same thing goes for a family. If the whole household big, then the whole household needs to unbig they back. If you the only big one in the house, sure, we could blame your genetics, right? But since we can't change your genes, let's change your gene expression. Let's change the behaviors. You're probably not gonna leave your family, so let's we can't change your environment necessarily. Yeah. Someone asked me about being single. I told them I'm going out, but nothing but women are out. And now that I think about it, they all big. Well, there's more women in the country than men, I think. Or is that just in the black community? I think there's more black women than black men. Um, and I mean, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe I read your question, your point wrong. Your comment wrong, Jen. You said someone asked me about being single. I told them I'm going out, but nothing but women are out. And now that I think about, they all out eating together. Okay, so I did read your comment right. Okay. I'm just saying, like, we need to be honest about these things. If you and all your homegirls consider yourself big girls, right? Because that's a term that people are proud of. If you consider yourselves thick or big girls, y'all all being big together. That's probably what y'all have in common. Don't believe me? Try being the single one that loses weight out of the group and see if they're really your friends. You might be lucky and they might be your friend for real. You might be lucky. But on average, you're going to be the outsider. You're going to find out you don't have as much in common with them as you think. When y'all not eating together, what do you have in common? Of course, reindeer. Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why somebody got to tell the girls because nobody was telling me. Somebody got to say it. This shit ain't normal. And it didn't even take that much weight. It took about 50, maybe 60 pounds for me to start hyperventilating whenever I went outside. I mean, I'm fine now. But when I first got that first like 50, 60 pounds off, I used to go outside and feel like I was living on another planet. It used to feel like I was in the goddamn twilight zone. Like, oh my God, like what should I do? Should I tell this stranger like you're in danger? You're in danger. Get out, lose the weight, get out. It's some scary shit. You don't know what to do. You don't know if you should start talking to strangers. You don't know if you should call someone. Like you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. but it is insane. You start to worry about people, like the people in your life, the people you don't even know on the street. Like I see somebody in a motorized scooter in a grocery store, and I feel responsible for them. I feel responsible for them. Like, oh my God, I have information they don't have. Like, am I being a bad citizen if I don't say something? I'll be chilling down. But it was scary out here. It was scary when man, listen. Listen, and y'all want to know something toxic? I know this stream long as hell. Oh well, y'all don't got nothing else to do. And if you do it, okay, fine. Do it with your headphones in. But y'all, weight loss will make you a little bit toxic. Okay. And because I know I got a little bit of toxicity in me, a little bit of weight sensitivity in me, I try to be honest about, like, the other stuff that people don't want to talk about, like, the vanity and the struggles of being overweight and how much easier it is to be in a smaller body. I try to talk about the taboo things, but there's some other stuff that's just like personally just a tad bit toxic. For example, y'all, I be judging. Oh my God, I need to stop this. I know I have this conversation with myself, but I be looking at people like, no, this is mean. Oh God, guys, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But now that I have an understanding of like where I came from, where I'm at now, like where I came from, where I've been, where I'm at now, where I'm headed, I'll be looking at people like, I won't say it. I won't say it out loud, but I'll be looking and I'll be thinking like, you probably could afford to lose about 20, 30 pounds. No, no, reindeer. No, the really, like, the obese people, I be worried. Like I be concerned. But when they just like overweight, that's when it gets a little toxic. Cause I just be like, you could lose about 20, 30 pounds. In my mind, that is so terrible. That is bad. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. But I be looking, I'll be like, guys and women and men, women and men, women and men, I'll be looking and I'll be like, 10, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. Yeah, you can afford to lose it. Not that you have to, but I'm vain. I'm vain. Like, I don't want excess body fat. So it's just like, okay. I'll be looking, I'll be judging a little bit. And they backs don't even be that big. They really don't. Like, if you saw pictures of them, you probably would consider them. You definitely wouldn't consider them obese, but I bet if we check their BMI, they would be in the overweight category. I bet they would be overweight. So yeah, I'll be a little bit on the toxic side. In my mind, these are intrusive thoughts. Okay, in my mind, I just be like, not like, oh, you're 20 pounds overweight, you look terrible. No, not like that. It's just like, I feel like if most of the country is overweight, I feel like most people should be considering this. Okay, Sydney. Since I've lost weight, I've noticed it too. Looking around, I be looking like I get mad at clothing sizes. I get upset when my medium fits like an extra large. I get upset. I get upset when my small fits like a large. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? It's too, like, so anyway. I listen. Okay, look. Back to the point again. Again, if you are the only big one, there's probably a reason for that. If all y'all big, if all of yous is big, that's probably for a reason too. And the thing y'all have in common is probably that you're eating together or that you're complaining about smaller people together. Think about it. Reflect on your friend group. Reflect on what y'all talk about as a family in your household. Just think about it. I have found myself feeling bad for people struggling to move due to their weight and wish I could share info about my miracle shot. I feel bad when I see the young ladies. I feel so like when they're visibly obese, I don't be judging like from a vanity perspective. Like I not judge. I feel helpless. Like I feel like I should be able to do something, but like what can I do other than use my voice to like try to pay it forward and hope people come across my channel. So that's why I talk about this stuff. And like even in the gym, like I'll be seeing young people in like their late teens, early 20s, well into obesity. And I'm just like, you know what? At least you're in the gym trying to figure it out. But I feel bad that they probably don't know yet that it's the food. I feel bad that they probably don't know that yet. They don't. They don't. And because I talk about GLP-1s, my stuff tends to reach older crowds. So again, that's why I try to throw in some of this more generalized stuff so that other people can find the information. So yeah, when it's obesity, I'll be feeling bad. Like I'll be feeling real fucking bad. Real bad because it's scary. Like it's scary how unaware we are. It's scary how people are just moving throughout the country like this shit is so normal. It's not. And somebody has to say it because everybody else is telling you it's not that big of a deal. Girl, you thick. You just a little heavy set. You just a little big bone. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No. Somebody's got to say it the way it is. No, that's too much weight. Yes, you need to lose it. Here's where to start from. Yes, BMI is flawed. Go on, start with it anyway, and then throw it away later once you get your weight under control. Like, if you lose too much weight, you can gain it back. It's better on this side. Clothes fit better. You have more options. People are nicer for the most part. You have more confidence for the most part. You're lighter on your feet. It's more fun, right? Yeah, Kim, I be feeling that way too. I feel that way too. Trisha says she's nervous about a GLP-1. How much weight do you have to lose? Trisha, we're a little vain over here. Okay. So like a lot of us, we are making our way out of obesity or have made our way out of obesity and our health has improved. But we're a little vain. So we care about being cute and being skinty and looking good in our clothes and being confident because people pretend to not care about those things when we all care. The reality is, oh shit, this light is dying too. The reality is we all care. We pretend not to care, but we care. We care. We pretend not to care, but we care. So I'm just gonna be the one to tell you that we care. While everybody else is telling you it's not about vanity. It's not for looks. Yes, it is. We just gonna go ahead and get that out the way now. See you, Shawnee. We just gonna go ahead and get that out the way now. Okay. Yes, it's about weight. I mean, it's about all the shit you say it's not about. It's about all of that. Yes, it is. It's about being lighter. Some of us are lighter than our partners for the first time in ever. Some of us are finally not the big one in the group for the first time in ever. Some of us are able to wear clothes that we wasn't confident enough to wear before. Some of us are resolving insecurities that had to do with our weight. I mean, if you was a confident big girl, good for you. Some of us wasn't. Not the hair, Kim. I hate y'all. Kim, they was in here telling me the hair counts on the scale. Y'all shut up. 166 after taking my hair out last night. I hate y'all. Congratulations, but I hate y'all. I'm officially smaller than my brother. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, it's a beautiful thing. People pretend it's not for whatever reason because they're afraid of admitting that they're a little vain, but it's like I used to be a fitness trainer, but once I got diagnosed with breast cancer, I'm sorry about that. I gained all my weight back because the recovery time took me away from the gym. But I'm trying to lose 20 to 30 more pounds. Trisha, can you give me your starting weight, your current weight, your goal weight, and your height? I'm gonna check your BMI because I'm nosy, and that's what we do over here. We be nosy. You vain about it, then I'm extra nosy. I ask everyone that enters the chat for the first time saying that they're losing weight. I ask for your starting weight, where you started from, what your current weight is, what your goal weight is, and what your height is. Okay? Got to figure out if I need to pick on you or not. Now, if you are in a group of big people or a family of big people and uh you do decide to be the one that takes the leap and lose the weight, and you can't bring everybody else with you, because that's a reality too. You gonna have to find a way to separate yourself to some extent. Otherwise, the big back antics will wear off on you. Yes, I said big back antics because we all have them. We all have them. We're all big backs in recovery. We're all big backs in recovery. We are. We are. Yeah, it may not be our fault that we ended up obese in the first place because we got tricked into eating stupid shit. Okay, but now that we're here, we don't got to continue the big bag shit. We don't have to. We just have to recognize it and then work on which tools do we need to address it. Part of it is therapy, part of it is working with a dietitian, part of it is exercise, part of it is weight loss, part of it is accountability, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you are the only one losing weight in your household or in your friend group, it can be that much harder to lock in because your circle is your influence, and you will be influenced by the big backery. You will be influenced by the big backery. I was 200. I'm at 165, 5'2", and you want to be roughly 130. That sounds good, Trisha. That sounds good. That sounds good. What you eating, Trisha girl? That's our next stream. So set your notifications, Trisha. I'm about to get on the girls about what they eating, talking about I can't lose no weight. What y'all eating? What are you eating? Okay. Delilah, have you started the hunger code yet? Girl, that book is so good. Like Dr. Fung harps on, addressing the hunger is where weight loss starts. It starts with addressing the hunger. And it's not all just physical, you know, homeostatic hunger. No. Some of it is emotional or hedonic hunger. Pleasure, eating for pleasure. Some of it is behavioral. Some of it is our environment. I wasn't hungry for McDonald's, but then I passed the McDonald's and I smelled it. Now I want it. Or my partner's eating McDonald's. Now I want some. Yeah. Now I'm gonna need y'all to stop trying to get your middle school and high school bodies back. You are grown adults. We are grown as fuck. Now, if you were obese in middle and high school, you're probably, now that you're going to be at a normal weight, you're probably going to weigh less than you did in middle and high school, right? But therein lies the problem of trying to get back to your high school and middle school weight. If you were obese, then again, back to the previous point, why would that be your goal? Oh, it's the starting all over? Yeah, stop starting over, Trisha. That was one of my first videos on my channel. For those that can hear me out there in the ether, stop starting over. If you haven't started yet, get started. If you started and quit, start over one more time, and that's your last time. We starting over for the last time. GLP-1 or not. Hey Haley, how you doing? We starting over for the last time. So if you tired of starting over, Trisha, you know what that mean? You shooting for the moon, girl. You getting that weight off and you keeping it off. Which means you can't go back to the things that made your back big, Trisha girl. Now I know that, like, some of us go through illnesses that may take us off track health wise, and then it's a long journey through recovery. But once we realize that, we have to acknowledge and realize that whatever changes we make have to be permanent. I think that the best way to avoid overeating when living with bigger family members is probably to just cook yourself, learn recipes, and buy ingredients that are easy to prep. I agree. I agree. It's hard when everybody else in your family and your household is eating the opposite of you. but that's no excuse. That just means you have to work harder, unfortunately. You got to work harder to put more obstacles in your way when it comes to the bad foods and make the better foods easily accessible. And to be honest, I would just trick everybody into eating like me by cooking for the whole house. I would just trick everybody. Like if I could do it all over again, I would conduct the utmost trickery and just cook for everybody. You know? I just cook for everybody. Now, I've seen situations where like the family is bringing home fast food and you know you're not trying to eat that. You got to have a conversation with your family. They got to meet you halfway. They have to. Like they have to meet you halfway some way shape or form. And if your family is just that stubborn, then unfortunately you got to work that much harder. Put the barriers in your way. Okay, y'all want to bring fast food in the house? Do it when I'm not here. Y'all want to bring fast food in the house? Don't bring it in my room. Y'all want to bring fast food in the house? I'm about to head out. Or matter of fact, because it's 8 o'clock and I don't feel like going outside, no fast food in the house after 8 o'clock. Do that shit when I'm in the mood to take a walk or something. They gotta meet you they gotta meet you halfway, some way, shape, or form. Some way, shape, or form. Yeah, makes sense to me. But I've also encountered people that don't want to meet you halfway. I had to deal with that. I had to deal with it. It was just me and one other person. They wasn't trying to meet me halfway. So I had to figure it out. It was hard. It was hard. There were days that cold pizza from work was brought into the house and I just had to sit there and not touch it. I'm sorry. Everything in moderation don't work for everybody. I had to sit there and not touch it because that might have started, a downward spiral of having pizza all that week. There were times that cupcakes were brought home and I just had to sit there and not touch it. It was incredibly hard. It was incredibly hard, but it got easier over time. So now people can pretty much eat what they want around me and I'm not tripping about it because I know I can have it eventually if I want it. I don't have to have it because it's right in front of me. Like I don't have to, but it took work to get there and the help of a GLP-1. So if you don't have the help of a GLP-1, it is going to be twice as hard for you, three times, five times as hard for you. But you still can do it. You still can do it. Like the stream if you haven't already, and if you're shy, come out of the clouds. We don't bite. Only on Wednesdays. Only on Wednesdays do we bite, and it's mostly Jen that bites. Okay. Now, when it comes to stop trying to get back to your childish weight, not childish weight, but childish figure. It's not the weight necessarily. It's your child. Y'all are picking goals based on a childish memory. Let it go. Okay, so that's first of all, right? That's first of all. Okay, so yeah, there's that. The scale matters, BMI matters, your waist circumference matters. Whatever measurement you can think of, it matters until it doesn't. Okay? If you're obese, you're deflecting by saying BMI doesn't matter because that's not the real issue. The issue is that you're obese. Now, it may be BMI saying that you're obese, but you're obese. No matter what you say, that body fat is still there. So it matters. It matters. The scale matters. Oh, stop watching the scale. Shut up. Stop focusing on the scale. Shut up. Thank you, Sydney. Shut up. I'm sorry. Like, okay, if you're within 10 pounds of your goal, sure. If you want to throw the scale out, throw it out. I don't recommend it, but whatever. We need every marker along the way that we can utilize. Stop looking at the scale. The scale don't matter. The scale is lying. Yes, don't make the scale your Lord and Savior, but step on the scale. And if you don't want to step on the scale, it's because you're scared of what the scale is going to say. And if you're scared of what the scale is going to say, that means it's time for a change. Go on, step on that scale. That's what I used to do. I used to avoid the scale when I knew my pants were getting tighter. And by the time, the very last time, by the time I stepped back on the scale, I was the highest I'd ever been at 242 pounds. I couldn't believe it. I wished I had stepped on the scale earlier so that I would have woke myself up earlier. Because I ignored the tighter jeans by just wearing leggings. I ignored the pictures by just not taking them. I didn't go outside. Don't let the scale dictate your mood for the day. You don't even have to weigh in every day. That ain't for everybody. But if you haven't been on a scale in a while, step on a scale. Monitor your weight. Monitor it. Don't let it ruin your day. It doesn't determine everything. Every 2 to 3 pound swing up is not the end of the world. Okay. It's not. It's not the end of the world. But monitor your weight. Monitor it every so often. If you're just getting started, more frequently, every week, every 2 weeks or something like that. Not daily. I'm a daily weigh-in person because I don't let the scale run me. I also weigh in daily because I know what happens when I go too long without stepping on the scale. I get very lazy and that weight goes doot doot. So that's me personally. That's my strategy. I weigh in daily, but I don't let swings upward make me cry. If you're that sensitive, once a week is really all that counts. Once a month is not often enough. Once every other week, risky business. Risky business. You may be able to catch something after 7 days that you waited 14 days to catch. How do you lose the last 10 pounds? It feels so slow and super demotivating to eat at a calorie deficit for that long, and barely seeing your weight change is hard. Probably because you've been in a deficit for too long. That's what the calorie people don't tell you. I'm guessing you're not on a GLP-1, Haley. You can let us know. The closer you get to your ideal weight, the harder it is to get that weight off. And sometimes your body is just used to what you're doing. So whether that's a calorie deficit, whether that's okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. So I'm answering your question now. So whether that's a calorie deficit or fasting or whatever it is, more exercise, whatever your strategy is, eventually your body will just adapt and it will stabilize. Your weight will stabilize. We call it stalling out. What else do we call it other than stall? Getting stuck, whatever. Your body just gets used to what you're doing, and that means it's time to switch it up. So if you're stuck in a calorie deficit, it might be time to take a break from the deficit. That doesn't mean overeat. That doesn't mean eat in excess. That means recalculate what your basal metabolic rate is and what your maintenance calories are and go from there. Okay. Plateau. That's the other way. That's the other word. Plateaus are normal. You can't calorie deficit your way out of a plateau if you're already in a calorie deficit. I'm sorry. Unless your deficit is not really a deficit, unless you really are overeating. And, I don't, to be fair, Haley, I don't do the whole calorie deficit thing, but I don't mind talking about it because I know that's a strategy for some people. I just think people get too wrapped up in the calorie deficit as if that's the only method that is important for weight loss. So if you've already calculated what your maintenance is and then you've cut the calories and it's not working, we talked about this in the beginning of the stream. If what you're doing is not working, it's time to do something different. But that takes a little bit of education. That takes a little bit of research. That takes tracking, writing down what you're doing, writing down what you're eating, and then reflecting on that. Right, Kimberly? Oh, hello, hello. See, this is why I did it vertical, guys, because I wanted the new people to come. I get more reach with the verticals. But yeah, yeah, yes, what your friends won't tell you, Kimberly. We are big backs in recovery over here, Kimberly. I'm shooting from the hip here. We are big backs in recovery. We are saying goodbye to obesity. We're not playing them games. We are a little vain. We care about being cute. Yes, we care about the health stuff too, but we care about being cute. I ain't your doctor. Yeah. I hate when people say don't step on the scale. It's because they don't want to accept the number. Exactly. Why y'all scared of the scale for? If the scale is ruining your day because it's fluctuating too much or because it's not moving, take a break. Sure. Sure, take a break. But if you haven't been on a scale and you know you need to lose weight or you don't think you need to lose weight, step on that scale. The scale doesn't tell the whole picture is another reason they give up. I'm talking about people who haven't even started yet. I'm talking about people who haven't even started yet. Like if you're well into your journey, I think people learn along the way that the scale doesn't show the whole story and it will tell the whole story. And if they don't learn that, then they're not consuming enough information. But if you haven't even started yet, step on that scale. The scale is your friend. It's not your boss. It's not your ruler. It's not your overlord. It is your guide. It's one of many guides, but it's a guide. Just like BMI, just like waist circumference, just like the way your jeans fit, just like your energy level. It's a guide. All the guides are pointing in one particular direction. It's crazy feeling being big your whole life, losing the weight, and then realizing you actually look hot in all the new clothes you buy. You're gonna fit right in here, Haley. I hope you subscribe, girl. Well, yeah, I have it on subscribers only, so you're gonna fit right in. Haley, welcome to the Vane gang. You're gonna fit in. You're gonna fit right in. Yeah. You actually look hot in all the new clothes you buy. Exactly. I'm not even willing to wear something that I don't consider to be flattering. If at my biggest weight, at my highest weight, I would wear stuff I wanted it to be flattering, but if it was sort of kind of not, but it fit, I'd let it slide. I do low carb plus running and walking. When I was steady losing weight, I weighed myself every single day. I would be happy as long as I lost even point. As long as I lost a tenth of, as long as I lost a tenth of a pound, any day I gained, I learned something. Um, the scale applies to like you have to find your relationship with the scale. All of our relationship with the scale isn't going to be the same. Like my relationship isn't going to be the same as Ken's relationship, as Jen's relationship, as damn, we got seven Kims now. Like, oh damn, I'm gonna need 103 Kim, and then there's Kimitha, and then there's Kimmy. Oh, I'm dead. But yeah, Haley, if you're in a deficit, if you feel you're in a deficit, then try changing something else. You can try getting out of a deficit temporarily because some of us in the chat can tell you sometimes not eating enough is why you're stalled out. That's what the calorie counting people won't tell you. The influencers that's cut your calories, calorie deficit. They can't tell you shit about a stall. They can't tell you nothing about a stall. Okay? If you don't cut your calories to 1200, what more are you to cut? At that point, you may as well just fast. You may as well just fast if you're going to cut below 1200, okay? Now, what does GLP-1 girlies understand? Because the GLP-1 controls our appetite, is that sometimes that deficit backfires and our under eating stalls us out. So we have to eat more so that our body knows it's safe to release the weight. I was about to go nuclear and start fasting, but I stopped myself. If you fast, you have to know why you're doing it. It's only one option. It's not the only option. It's one option, but you have to know why you're doing it. If you're doing it for calories' sake, you're probably not going to stick to it. If it's just about the calories, you're probably not going to stick to it. Now, if you're fasting because you know you can't get no lower than zero and there are other benefits of fasting and you want to go into fat burning versus burning up your glucose and glycogen only, then sure, there's plenty of reasons to fast. Or you can try the other thing, which is eating a little more and see what your body does. Just make sure you're not eating in excess because then you'll gain weight. um but yeah, Haley said we look hot in these new clothes. What? I was delusional when I was big. Kim is vain. Kim talking about walking past bigger sizes in the store and everything. Kim is vain. I'm happy to not have to dig through the pile of like I used to be annoyed when I would go to a store looking for the like the larger size of jeans and they stopped at like a 12 or a 14. I would be so annoyed. And now I can always find my size. I can always find an 8. I can always find an 8. Now, let's talk about sex appeal. I know this stream long as hell. Oh well, y'all don't got nothing else to do. Sex appeal is no excuse to be big. Kimberly says, I lost 70, then gained back 30 last year. Now I'm back to lowering again. I think this time I'll do a calorie deficit when I'm off low carb. Before you even get to that, Kim, you got to commit to shooting for the moon. So what is your, what are you like, what is, are you obese? Are you overweight? If you don't know, then you got to go find out, or we could find out for you. Just give us your starting weight, your current weight, and your goal weight. That's first, and your height. And commit to getting out of obesity if you are obese. And if you're overweight, commit to getting out of being overweight. Shoot for the moon with the goal. Let's not pull numbers out of thin air. And I'm not picking on you because I've been picking on the whole chat. Well, I guess I am picking on you, but I've been picking on everybody. This is one thing that I pick on people about their goal. How did you come up with your goal? People just picking numbers out of thin air. Shoot for the moon. Reindeer, stop being so vain. Oh my gosh. Ah. But yeah, sex appeal. The girls that be like, I still can get a man. He gonna lift my belly up. Yeah, y'all probably go. It's probably because he got a belly too. He used to lift his belly up. Y'all bumping bellies in the shower. Y'all bumping bellies in the shower. Now, some of us had, smaller partners when we was big, but it's like sex appeal ain't no excuse to be big. Oh, but he gonna lift it up. Oh, he gonna do this. So you staying big for a man? What about you? What about what you want? What about your life? What about your health? What about you? Is him being able to lift that belly up worth only being able to find clothes online? If y'all feel like I'm going too far, let me know so I can go further. Yeah? Yeah? If you feel like I'm going too far, let me know so I can go further. Is being big for sex appeal or for a man, is that worth only being able to find your size online? Is that worth your knees hurting when you're walking around the airport, when you're at fucking Atlanta's airport and you got to go from concourse C to concourse A and it's a 50-mile goddamn walk and your knees hurt? Yeah? Your back hurts. Thank you, Levi. Your back hurts. It hurts. It hurts a lot, actually. Your back hurts. Is it worth it? Is it worth having this? I promise you will still have sex appeal when you lose weight. You might even attract a different kind of man, but that's not none of my business, though. That ain't none of my business, though. Hey, Harji, hey, girl. Did you slip and fall out of the clouds when I said that, Harji? I'm just saying, like, I'm so sick of being like, but he gonna lift this up anyway. Okay, but like, why do you want to lift it up though? Like, why do you want to lift it up? Why are you proud to lift it up? That's extra work. We are like I don't do soft life content. I don't, but like my life is softer, not having to lift and carry and like uh, congratulations on your weight loss, Kimberly. Like, come on, come on. Like, that's not an excuse. You're still going to have sex appeal. If you got it while you're big, you're gonna have it when you lose the weight. You're gonna have it. It might be a different kind. I'm not gonna say whether it's better or worse. Ask the skinny girls. I ain't there yet. And I'm not looking, honestly. I'm not. I'm not looking. I mean, my sex appeal is better to me. I'm sexy to me. I appeal to me. I am a star. I am the main character in my story, journey, whatever. So my sexy appeals to me. Are we so because you could get men, you want to stay big? Because your butt is bigger than others, you want to stay big? And to be honest, if half the country is obese, half y'all got big butts. So you're not really special. Not really. Not really. There's a lot of big butt. There's a lot of large behinds out there. There's a lot of them. I had one. But my back was big with it too. So we talking about we don't want to lose our butts and hips and sex appeal, but it's like, but is your front and your back big too? And you're okay with that because you can get a because you can what? Because a man is attracted to that. He gonna be attracted to you when you lose the weight too. And if he's not, another man will. Now, if you're already married, listen, I don't know. Y'all speak to the married folks about that. But if you're single or dating, like they're going to still be men that like you. They're- I don't hear men say this. I don't hear men say, "Well, she gonna lift my belly up, and I got sex appeal. It ain't nothing wrong with a little dit." Like, I'm not understanding. A man will do a warm piece of pie if you leave it on the counter. Lose the weight, ladies. Like they say it all the time. I just have yet to put together a compilation. I see it on Instagram all the time. And it's like, so you're gonna deal with that hip and back pain and them heavy ass titties. And sometimes your ass is heavy. Sometimes your thighs is heavy. Everything is heavy. The whole package is just heavy and it's weighing you down. Never mind the risk of the metabolic issues and diseases that come with obesity, right? Because y'all be acting like y'all don't care about none of that. So those things exist too. But it's like if we want to keep it surface level, because y'all excuses be surface level as hell. The excuses be surface level as hell. So I'm meeting you where you at. You gonna keep dealing with that, all that excess weight for an aesthetic in a man? I'ma still like a big and tall king. I hear you for your preference, sweet tea. When they bring a man into it, you know they insecure. We talking about weight, not men. But they talking about what they could get despite their weight. So they're being vain, but it's a deflection. It's a huge deflection. It's not even a good one. It's not even a good it's not a good one. It's like that's not a flex. You're not flexing on nobody with that. You're who you trying to convince? You or me? That's how I feel. Who you trying to convince that you could get a man? You or me? Because if we start getting into what kind of man, we're gonna have to go back to what Haley said that the Dusties were the ones hitting on her when she was big. A lot of women don't want to talk about it. I ain't saying that thin women don't end up with Dusties. I'm just saying there's a pattern with bigger women and Dusties. I am saying that. Or I'm saying Haley said it. I'm repeating it. But no man be in the picture. Listen, Linda. The girls got to stop. Your sex is still going to peel when you lose that weight. Get rid of that stomach. Your sex is still going to peel if that's what you're concerned about. Okay. Does that make you feel better at night when you're eating a box of donuts that somebody wants you? Is that what makes you feel better at night? I'm just saying, I'm not making it up. This is what people are saying. So I'm asking, is that what makes you feel better about the box of donuts? Is that what it is? Never mind the fact that your feet hurt. Never mind the fact that you are inflamed, you have joint pain, you have unexplained illnesses. Never mind the fact that you can't breathe at certain times. Never mind the fact that you got sleep apnea, snoring, whatever it is. Never mind none of that. Infertility, never mind none of that. As long as you can get some dick, you're good. That's what it's about. I ain't not lose no weight. I still get these dudes still want me. I still could get any man. I ain't never had a problem getting no man. Okay. But you have a problem finding your clothing size in stores. Don't start with me. We're vain. I don't give a shit. I don't care that people pretend not to care. People pretend not to care. They care. Trust me, they care. You can't find your clothing size in stores, but you claim it don't matter. The clothes that you do find don't fit the way you want them to fit, but you claim it don't matter. Your feet are swollen. You have more than one neck. I'm still working on my second chin. Don't be fooled if you catch me from down here. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. Okay. But it was worse. I had two of them. I had two of them. And now I got 1 1/4. Okay. It takes work. Yes, the 1 1/4 looks better than the 2 and the 3 on me. I ain't saying I look better than nobody else. The space between my shoulders and my ears was about that much. Y'all remember the pictures? The space between my shoulders and my chin and my ear was about that much. That's how much fat was there. It hurts. It hurts. I wish I would stay in pain like that for some dick. That's diabolical. You're not flexing on nobody. You're not. You're not. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. There's plenty of women saying it. Okay? So I'm just you're gonna be fine. You can still get some. You can still get some when you lose the weight. The men ain't going nowhere. They're not going anywhere. They're not. Unless you have a partner, you're already married to them, and they prefer the bigger aesthetic, then you might lose your man. You might. I'm still saying lose the weight. I don't give a flying flippity flippity flop. Sometimes you gotta get divorced. I'm sorry, but like, listen, if the foundation of your marriage is the size of your body, and your body is big enough to cause you significant harm health wise, you know, I mean, like, sometimes you got to get divorced. I don't know. Or go to therapy, work through it. I don't know. What do you do? Like, um, I don't know. What do you do? Like, it, I don't know. Like, was this like, did you talk about it before the marriage? Like, oh, I want you to stay 300 pounds because if you don't, I'm not going to want to be married to you anymore. Because if you're in that type of dilemma, I would understand. I would say don't get married in the first place if that's the dilemma. But if you're already in it, then I would understand how it can seem kind of hard to get out of that. I get that. But like, if you were just, on the bigger side and y'all got married anyway, y'all should still be married when you lose the weight. Yeah, ideally, you should still be married. And if y'all both big, that's double trouble. That's double trouble. Y'all should both be losing the weight together. And if your partner wants you to stay big, I'm not sure they should be your partner. I'm not. I sorry y'all. Do you? Do you? But I'm not promoting divorce. I'm divorced. I'm not promoting divorce. I'm just saying, like, you know, uh, there might be a reason why your partner wants you to be big. They might not want other people to be attracted to you, or they might not want you to feel like other people are attracted to you. They may want you to be insecure if you are insecure. They may want you to feel like they are too good for you if you feel that way. My neck fat took over my chin. So no, I'm not saying, I'm not telling nobody to get divorced. I'm just saying if sex appeal is your concern, you're going to be fine. Unless there's that one off situation where your partner that you're married to is absolutely against weight loss, then that might cost you your relationship. I'm not supporting that, but I am supporting getting out of obesity. I'm saying if you getting out of obesity cost you your relationship, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ruined so many pairs of pants because the seams were out from my thighs rubbing together. My thighs still rub together. That's gonna be my response if I remember. Like when people tell me I don't need to lose no more weight. I am so tired of I'm tired of my thighs still chafing. They still do that. I don't know if they will ever stop without a thigh lift, but we'll see. I still got more weight to lose. We'll see. But yeah, I ruined plenty of plans. They was split at the seams at work and everything. And embarrassingly enough, I still wore some of them knowing they were about to split. Like I would eat myself out of my jeans. Do you know how hard that is to do? I would eat myself out of my jeans. Hey Paul, how you doing? So I'm just saying, let's continue, okay? Sex appeal, you're gonna be fine. You're still gonna be able to have sex. You're still gonna be able to get men, okay? If you're a man worried about sex appeal, you'll probably get more women, okay? Like we listen. Some women are chubby chasers. Some women like them big and tall. But on average, average people, like on average, on both sides, people like just normal weight people. People are attracted to normal weight people on both sides. That doesn't mean you can't be big and find somebody, okay? But my point is, you're still going to be able to find somebody if you lose the weight. So sex appeal is not an excuse to not lose the weight. I'm j- if you hate full body photos, you're hiding. You're hiding. You're hiding. You hate shopping in stores. It's because you can't find your size. I know it sucks. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. There's so many things about being obese that is just straight up annoying. Dangerous? Yes. Straight up annoying? Absolutely. It's very annoying. Very annoying. You have a thin bias the way people have a fat bias. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Some of y'all are scared to become the thin person that you was talking shit about. Oh, I know, Haley. Oh, I know, Reindeer. I was the same way. That's why you can't find many pictures of me at my highest weight. You damn sure can't find them online. But even in my phone, there's about six. Can't find them. There's a whole year of my life missing out of my photos because I would not take pictures. I would not. I would not. The only toward the very end, right before I was about to start losing weight, did I start taking pictures because I needed a paper trail. Like I needed something to refer back to. So I started taking pictures. But there's a whole year of my life for my 23rd birthday. No, I'm 23rd. For my 27th birthday, there are no pictures of me. There are none. There are none. There are none. There are no pictures of me. There are no pictures of me for my 23rd birthday. And for that entire year of 2023, there are no pictures of me. I didn't start taking pictures again until 2024, right before I started Zepbound. Whole year of my life missing. I remember it fondly, but photos, no, nope, nope. Yes, Nicole, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I hop on. That's why I harp on telling the girls to take the pictures. You're gonna want to look back and see where you came from. Take those photos. But if you're hiding from the camera, it's because you don't like what you see. Listen, let me listen. My proud big girls, right? I don't say this with insult. I'm just trying to understand, or I'm trying to get you to think about what your stance is on this. My confident, proud big girls. How are you chanting being proud and confident on one hand, but you hide from photos? You don't want to take pictures. What are you hiding from? What are you not trying to look at? I don't think you can have it both ways. I'm not even saying you got to post your pictures for the world to see. I'm just saying if you find yourself hiding from the camera, you're hiding from something else. You're hiding on what that camera is going to reflect back to you, but are championing being proud and confident on the other hand. You don't get a cookie. Nobody cares about your pride, right? Like only you care about your pride and confidence. Like maybe this is weird. Maybe it's a me thing, but I don't I don't live through somebody else's confidence, right? So like let's say Lizzo is incredibly confident. I don't live through that like a lot of her fans do. Or let's say Angela Bassett is confident or Beyonce is confident or Cardi. I don't live through their confidence. Their confidence is their confidence. My confidence is my confidence. So it's like, if you're confident, what is there to hide from? I don't. If you're confident, like what are we hiding from the camera? So maybe it's because you don't want to look at what the camera's going to show you. But you're not gonna get. Nobody's gonna give you an award or a cookie. Maybe they in 2026. Maybe you do get cookies for confidence. Maybe there is a confidence award. I don't fucking know. But like in my mind, I don't get a cookie for my level of confidence. I don't get cookies for that. People may they may be inspired or something, but it's like there's no award other than how good I feel about myself. So if you're faking confidence, who are you faking for other than nobody's gonna give you a cookie for your faking. Or you know what? In the days of social media, they might. I don't know. I just if you hiding from the camera, hiding from the scale, that should tell you everything that you need to know. But you have a thin bias the way that some people have a fat bias. You are afraid to be the girl that you talk shit about. You are afraid to be the very thing that you never thought that you could achieve. So that thing, the people that are of that demographic became the problem. You're confident, they're the problem and insecure. Y'all ever see big people online talking about how insecure thin people are? Insecurity is a spectrum. Anybody can be insecure. You can be insecure thin. You can be insecure at an average weight, or you can be or normal weight. You can be insecure at overweight. But there's always this projection of insecurity and unhappiness. Bigger people are always talking about, oh yeah, I could be thin, but then I like why would I be thin and unhappy? I'd rather be fat and happy. And it's just like, or you could not be fat and still be happy. You know, all thin people aren't unhappy and depressed and like have EDs. You do know that, right? Like some are just normal people. Just like all big people aren't depressed, but a lot of them are. A lot of them are. A lot of us are eating our feelings. Yeah, we are. We are. So you might have a bit of a thin bias. If the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about losing weight is, oh, I don't want to look too thin, you don't know what too thin is. You don't know nobody in your life that's too thin or underweight or needs medical attention. You don't know nobody like that. You don't know nobody like that. It's a thin bias. You're scared for no reason. Stop it. Stop. You don't know nobody like that. Maybe one out of 30 of us know somebody like that. One out of 20 of us, maybe. But on average, you not walking around. And even if you know one person like that, that one person is not the standard. You not walking around in a workplace full of people, even in the GLP-1 era, looking underweight. You're not. So stop the nonsense. It's a thin bias. You're scared. You're scared to be thin, probably because you've convinced yourself that thin people are the problem and you don't want to be a part of the problem, but also because you feel like you can't achieve it. But you can. You can. Now, I'm going to end here. I had a bunch more stuff, but I'm going to end here. One more thing. A lower or normal BMI does not guarantee health, but an excessive or obese BMI definitely does indicate danger or poor health. I am not on team you can be obese and healthy. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why people say that. I don't know why people believe that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're asymptomatic, which the weight is a symptom of a problem. Like if you have the weight to the point of obesity, there's already a problem. You may feel great in every other way, But if you've already made it to obesity, there's already a problem. There's already a problem. So, yes, people will say, "Oh, thin doesn't equal healthy." I know. A person can be thin and smoke a lot of cigarettes, or drink alcohol every weekend, or they can have a lot of unhealthy habits. They can have liver fat. They could be a toffee. Then on the outside, fat on the inside. That's true. That could be possible. It is true in some cases. A person can be obese and never smoke a cigarette in their life and be very active, live an active lifestyle. There's no reason to compare the two, the thin person that smokes cigarettes and the obese person that never smoked a day in their life. There's no reason to compare the two other than to say that person should probably stop smoking cigarettes and you should lose some weight. You're not healthier than them because you don't smoke cigarettes. They should probably stop smoking. You should probably lose some weight. It's that simple. Stop with the, "Oh, but thin doesn't automatically mean healthy." We know. We know. There are many, 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 many markers of health. There are many different types of unhealthy habits and lifestyles. You still obese. It don't change none of that. You're still obese. You can walk every day, not have type 2 diabetes. Your risk for it is still high. You're still obese. Your lifespan is still shortened by that excess body fat. You are still at a higher risk of PMOS and infertility because of that body weight. But sure, let's focus on the fact that you're vegan. I love the vegans. I love you guys. But y'all, that Lizzo post damn near took me out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, follow me on Instagram at Vanity Reigns. But I also posted it in my community. Y'all, Lizzo said, or so it was quoted. I don't know if it's true. But the quote was, Lizzo says she gained 50 pounds being a vegan because she was eating fake meat and French fries. Y'all know I pick on Lizzo over here. I gotta leave Lizzo alone. But I about died. I about died. Listen, Teddy, bear with me. Bear with me, vegans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Listen, if you want to be vegan, be vegan. But I swear for God, there are some fat vegans. There are some fat vegans, just like everybody else. So veganism is not a guarantee out of obesity. People be swearing they're healthy just because they're a vegan. You're still 300 pounds. Yes, you're a vegan, but you're a vegan that drinks beer, eats French fries, you eat cookies, just like the rest of us. In fact, some of the meat eaters are doing better than you. I'm not talking about if you're an average weight vegan and all your health markers are good. I ain't talking about you. If you are an obese vegan, a meat eater, a normal weight meat eater is doing better than you. Okay? They're doing better than you as far as not being obese. They're not a better person than you. But like being vegan don't guarantee a path out of obesity. So I was laughing at Lizzo's post because I'm like, this lady is all over the place because she just won't be honest. She just won't be honest. She just won't be honest. I heart you vegans. I heart you guys. But like, why do we automatically associate veganism with health? Woo. There's different reasons to be vegans, right? There's moral reasons, there's health reasons, there's plenty of reasons, right? There's plenty of healthy vegans. But there's a lot of unhealthy vegans and vegetarians. Look at India. India's obesity rates are ginormous. And it's culturally appropriate to be a vegetarian. It is culturally appropriate to be a vegetarian. Yet the obesity is out of control. How is that? How is that? Y'all put too much weight into the title and the name and the clout that comes with it instead of the actual, I don't know, benefits. You know, you can be a vegan or vegetarian and eat a lot of bread. Your big back is not better than mine because you say the word vegan or vegetarian. So, listen, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I know that being a normal BMI does not guarantee health, but it's a start. Once you get there, we it'll fix a lot of shit that you got going on, and you can work on some other shit along the way, like getting rid of them, maybe cigarettes and reducing your alcohol and being more active. You know, some obese people be like, oh, but I work out more than my skinny friends. Okay, so you're doing better than them as far as you having an active lifestyle. They have a sedentary lifestyle. What about the obesity? What about the obesity? What about the obesity? No, no takers. Just saying. Might want to consider it. So I'm gonna wrap up so that I can get my backeth to the gym. Yeah. And my cat, listen, if I'm going too far, let me know so I can go further. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I'm in a good mood. Guys, this is me in a good mood. I'm in such a good mood today. I am in such a good mood. I am in such a good mood to pay it forward and put the information out there and get my sisters and my brothers together. Don't matter your age, your race. It don't matter. If we obese, I'm gonna hit you with the scorpion. Get over here. Like I don't like get over here. We're not doing that. We're not. There's no reason to. GLP-1 or not, but Jen says get on a GLP-1. I'm gonna stand behind Jen, like, yeah, yeah, get on a GLP-1. But in case you don't want to, I'm gonna step on the side and be like, I still got you. I still got your back. Come here. We still gonna unbig that back. We still gonna unbig that back. Okay? We still gonna unbig that back. But you know, in the beginning, Jen gonna be like, just get on the GLP-1. I'm like, yeah, get on GLP-1. Get you some Zepbound. Yeah. But if you say no, I'm gonna be like, okay, I got your back. Jen gonna leave. I don't even gotta push Jen out the way. Once you say no, Jen is out of there. She's out of there. She's out of there. And I'm still be here. I still have your back. I do. I do. I heart you. We are unbigging our backs. We are saying no to obesity. We're not staying big for men. We're not doing it. Okay? We're not congregating in big back circles. We're not. We're not. What men? We're not listen. If the whole circle is big, we all losing weight. And if they say no, we gonna lose weight without them and spend less time with them. Yes, I said it. The only difference is if you live in a house with them and you can't get away from them, kick them out. Kick them out. But when it comes to coworkers and friends, no, you don't want to go to Chipotle for lunch. No, you don't want to go to Kava. You bought your own lunch. You did. They're gonna call you bougie. They're gonna call you uppity. They're gonna call you Hasidity. Oh, she's trying to get skinny. I am actually. Have you heard of Vanity? Have you heard of Vanity Reigns? She she said it's okay to be vain. She said it's okay to do it for looks. It's okay. It's fine. When they have the Venetian meetup, I want to be able to find my clothing size in stores. And if I can't, and if I can't, I know I'm gonna be able to on the next go round. I'm gonna be able to on the next go round. I'm still showing up to the meetup, but I'm not gonna show up to the meetup deciding to because I just decided we gonna all be big together. I'm not gonna show up to the meetup trying to make everybody big because I want to be big. Chipotle is good. It depends on what you put in your bowls. Jen, you better get them. They on that Chipotle and Kava train. I don't eat neither one, so I'm not gonna argue. Reindeer says Shane. Share. Listen, don't forget to like and hype. Don't forget to like and hype. Don't forget to like, share, and hype. Whoever, listen, clip it out. Whatever part you feel like applies to somebody in your life, send it to them. Tell them to don't shoot the messenger. Tell them don't curse you out, curse me out. Tell them to come here and subscribe or whatever. Catch me on the next live. Oh, I didn't even notice, Jen. I've been talking so much shit. I wasn't even paying attention to the likes. 54 now. Y'all should not reward me for acting up like this. But thank you. Y'all, this shirt fits so much better now. When I first put it on, it was a little tight around the shoulders. That was about 8 pounds ago. I lost 8 pounds. Did I mention that? Thank you, sweetie girl. Oh, that's so cute. It's an eagle. Nobody mentioned getting your eagle on. Maybe that's what Nicole was talking about when she said she was dropping it low. Isn't getting your eagle on, getting on the floor? Like, don't you gotta drop it low to get your eagle on? That's probably what she was talking about. Leave that shit alone. Go get some diarrhea lettuce. GLP-1, fasting, and if you don't want to do those, get some diarrhea lettuce. My chat's so toxic. They gonna back up the diarrhea lettuce before they back up some gray market peptides. I am deceased. Jen said, "Fuck that gray market. Go get you some diarrhea lettuce. The fuck? Go get you a parasite or two. Whatever we gotta do to unbig the back." Oh shit. Oh shit. Look, Jen. Look, look. She hungry. She ready to eat. You wanna say hi? Hey Layla. Hey Layla girl. Hey girl. Is that your way of telling me to come feed you? Yeah? I'm coming. I promise I'm coming. No Asian dog didn't return because y'all scared away my member because y'all are mean. And I'm not gonna get into it because I already gave y'all talking to, but don't scare nobody else off. Okay? Now Layla is bullying me into coming to, going to make her food, and I gotta go to the gym anyway. All right. So this was fun. Send this to your people, hype the stream, like the stream, and we will be back on Saturday. Okay. I love you all. I say this with all good fun and from a place of love. All the things that people are too scared to say, all the things your friends won't tell you. I didn't even address that. Some people want you to stay big, but whatever. We ain't gonna get into that. Okay. All right. So I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.